Have you guys not like met since I was there last?
No.
No.
Oh, I just assumed you guys were like doing stuff. Okay.
Well, you see, I
Yeah.
got super sick. Then Evelyn got sick. Then she got me sick again.
No, what
It's a
happened?
weak
Evelyn
immune
got
system,
sick,
Tony.
Then Tony and I got sick. Then Evelyn got sick again, and my grandfather died.
Yeah. It's been a
Because
great.
antibodies weren't doing work.
You guys have had a hard month.
It's been kind of shitty.
All done?
Carrier.
All done?
We got to eat edibles. Cool.
Henry, was that chalupa in the background? Could you? I don't know. There's stuff on your shelf that I was intrigued by. I'm sorry. Got distracted.
Oh, that's a little Dwight Schrute doll.
Oh,
For
that's unexpected. Okay.
Yeah, my sister gave it to me for
I'll roll
I
the
don't know.
dice.
reasons.
I'm sorry, Tony. Continue.
That's okay.
did we meet? Is the last thing that we did was meeting up as a group discussing what happened to us, or is there another session that happened since?
We were on a rail system pumping our way to
Right.
victory.
We were on our
Actually,
way to go for that mission. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you were trying to murder yourself. That's
Yeah,
right.
no, we were collecting stones to hide keys in.
Yeah, because
And,
we sold our souls to the devil.
And then the other guy showed up.
And then an angel showed up and said we should sell him a place to hide his keys and rocks.
everybody wants some stones. You guys are actually currently
Go.
border
Can
between
you get it from Mama?
at the border between Husklestar and Karsule. So yeah, that's where you guys are right now. Let me see if I can set the stage a little bit for you.
Oh, no, you don't. Watch Peppa Pig. You either roll dice or you watch Peppa Pig.
Yeah, I've created a monster. Evelyn likes to roll dice now.
That's okay if she does it well. If she's good at it.
I mean, she's good at rolling. I don't know that she's necessarily good at like hitting things with it.
Did Henry just lick a loaf of bread?
It's a sandwich.
There's no meat on it. It's just bread.
It can be a sandwich.
It's
A
an
pretzel?
sandwich.
Okay, I just watched him lick it. That's all I'm saying. I saw.
It's his sandwich.
Okay.
You do
It's a
that.
turkey bacon ranch, and there was ranch sauce on the side, so I licked the ranch off.
Okay. Sure.
Don't put that in your mouth.
Uh,
I've been told in the past that if you get really good at dice, you get to add a city to the beginning of your name.
What?
Like people that are really good at dice and like craps, they get to add the name of a city to the beginning of their name, like Kansas City Joe, or like you guys live in Michigan or whatever. What's the city you guys live in?
Newport.
Newport, but technically we'd be considered Detroit most likely.
So she'd be like Detroit Evelyn, the meanest dice thrower in the around.
All right, so you guys are currently facing down a fortified structure, which just so happens to have a cannon near it.
What are you doing?
If you remember correctly, your country had just found out about black powder. So the fact that this one already has cannons may present an issue.
What's the name of this town?
You guys are currently at the border gate trying to get through.
Okay. The border of our country.
Yeah, between this country and Husklesar, the country war at for.
About half of that. I'm just trying to take notes for us since we discussed.
No problem.
Yeah.
you guys, did we not try to assault the city?
I think we need to destroy the city.
I don't think we're gonna win.
You guys are not at a city. You guys are just at the gate to get into the country.
Hey, Tony,
You
Okay.
see?
the thing that I have that I got in that one, not last time, but the time before, I think.
What
The
thing?
bowl or whatever it is. Can you text the name of that to me?
The what thing?
The scroll or whatever that I stole with the mage hand or whatever.
Oh, the one that has all of the information on it about the where the keystones are.
Yeah.
Or at least where this keystone is. Okay. Yeah, I can text you.
So we're headed to get it, even though some of these guys don't have their souls anymore.
I think that's the whole reason you guys are going to get it, is because some people are missing their souls.
Half our group.
I was asked by someone stronger, so it's good.
Maybe Zane, Matt, Henry, Shivani, maybe. I don't remember who all was in the group. I just know that there's like half our group that have no souls.
I'm pretty sure my character has his soul. But yes,
Who are the
half
other
sounds about
ones? Omar, were you with? It doesn't matter, but yeah. Don't we have a rogue? Matt's a rogue. Do we have anybody else who's sneaky? Laura's sneaky, aren't you?
Laura's sneaky, and she's good at convincing people.
And Matt's good at lying. So like you guys could do like a brother sister like duo thing where you try to convince them to let us across.
I mean, we are traveling to find adventurers, trying to find stones for keys.
But I don't think we should fight because we saw how that happened the last few times and it hasn't been good. People lost their souls.
That's an opinion.
We wanted to fight. We just lost the. We decided not to fight the demon.
This isn't the bathroom.
It is not.
I think the stealth mission's a bad idea. We failed the last one.
I was saying more like with Laura and Matt. Well, I don't think Matt was supposed to stealth. I think he was more supposed to be convincing because he's got like a plus 10 to his charisma or something.
I agree. We should approach.
And she has.
We should approach the border with the good intentions and see if we don't die. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, like try to convince them to let us across. Not sneak through. I don't want to sneak through. I just meant like people who are good at sneaking also have good deception. Usually.
What if we forge some documents and we lie and say that we're citizens of that other country?
That's not a bad idea.
We could also say we're traveling adventurers.
Or we could just let one of us be, who already. Do any of us have access to the country without it being weird?
I don't think I could fly over the wall.
Well, I was gonna say, if I was able to enter the country without causing a stir, I could also be a distraction and drop all my nudie magazines and make a big scene, and then you guys sneak across the gate in the background like Scooby-Doo style.
But what would your tiefling think?
What?
But what would your tiefling think if you that was how you snuck in, dropping your nudies?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your tiefling girlfriend, the one.
Oh,
that
I'm over her.
Oh.
I think she sold us out.
No, she didn't sell us out. She's just mad we are going to sell her out.
She's like half dead.
She did get her ass.
Completely alive.
Okay, so we're gonna go try and convince them to let us cross, right? Does somebody want to try and forge documents so that it's a little more convincing? I don't know if anyone's good at forgery.
Well, we need to get our story straight.
We're travelers.
We're traveling adventurers looking for stones for a merchant to sell keys in.
And we're from their country, or?
Nah.
They're gonna try and tax us on these stones. I know it.
Wait, I thought why would they let us in if we're not from their country?
Well, that's why I'm saying somebody should.
Commerce is good for their country.
We're gonna make like a free trade argument.
Economic tourism.
We're here to try.
Maybe they have legal weed there.
Oh, hey!
I can always whip out the Wendigo head.
Didn't you shrink it now? See,
Yeah.
It's not nearly as intimidating.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to be intimidating. It was plaguing their country, and we killed it.
Like, hey guys, you can't go to war. It would be too disruptive to global trade.
That never stopped England.
True.
In fact, it was almost the doom of England's entire empire because they just couldn't stop fighting people.
Yeah.
Did anything really stop England?
American jet.
Dumping tea.
Dentists.
Oh my God, that's great.
I think England stopped dentists.
I was gonna
too.
say German barbed wire, but dentist is funnier.
All right, we got this, guys.
All right.
Put Laura and Matt in charge of talking.
I'm playing Matt for today, so
Well, charismatic people will just be standing behind you, hoping that no one asks us any questions.
well, we should let Laura because she's also Matt's more intimidation. Oh, he's got a +9 to persuasion and a +6 to intimidation and a +9 to deception. So Laura should talk first, and if Matt needs to, he can back her up with a lie.
Like, okay, wait, no, I should do this in character. So I think we should like talk to them about how we're going to analyze the animals in the area.
Animalize.
Yes, it's for educational purposes. Maybe we can start a traveling. Oh damn it! I totally lost this so bad.
You were doing really well.
Gotta get back into Zumba.
Yeah, we can brutalize the animals. You're right.
No, we could. Oh, hold on.
Mermaid or
Yeah, we can make a traveling show
Circus?
to teach children the benefits of some dangerous animals.
Oh, that was really good. Your last one was really good. I like it.
A little bit because I was getting Evelyn distracted by watching the show.
I was just saying
Am
we
I
could
trying
go
to convince
in
somebody of
saying,
something?
Yes, you are.
like,
We're
go
trying
in-
to Shivani's character was saying that we should convince them that we're making an animal show about how dangerous animals aren't dangerous.
That's
And
my
I think
favorite
it's a good
lie,
idea.
Documentary.
You can sing it to them.
Wait, guys, maybe we should actually do that.
Wait. Is there actually like film right
It
now?
can be our cover story.
Is it film or are we writing a book
And
here?
then we can be traveling. We'll also be studying animals in areas where stones might be.
Tony is furiously looking up the stat sheet for a stingray right now.
They have a giant eagle ray.
You haven't had to cross any water, so I think we're
Every
fine.
This character has to have a stingray emblem.
Too soon.
Does this world have like film, or is it going to be more of a we're making
it's like a traveling
Puppet show?
like a traveling trolley, I would say.
I like it. I think it's a good cover for us so that if people wonder why we're there.
Yeah.
Do you have like an initial show to like give them? Can we like give them like a performance?
Wait, we could get some animals and
Well, I could have like
I'm a bird.
No, I can. Yeah, you're.
You're a bird from a different plane too, so you're exotic, right?
Yeah, I'm very exotic. I'm not considered scary. I'm just considered weird.
I'm going to need your elevator pitch. 30 seconds, go.
Hers or mine?
It doesn't matter.
Hers. This is her story.
honestly,
All right.
I don't have a story. Don't put anything on me.
honestly, if you use a wild shape to like
Yeah.
help us get across the border, not a waste.
I feel like whenever I'm not like a warrior type character, I feel bad wasting arrows. I feel bad wasting wild shapes. I feel bad using spell slots. It's
Do what
just
you gotta
what
do.
as a player, we're working on it.
Hey, we're role playing here. It's good to go.
The alternative is having to fight through all those cannons. So
We can fight pretty
Well,
cannon.
are we going up to like one of the gates and we're going to try to convince them that they should let us through?
I think that's the plan.
Yeah,
I think we should have papers. I think we need to we should make some papers
we
that
should
say
do
that
that,
we
too.
are making this documentary. Like legit papers that are, give us permission.
Is that like an intelligence sleight of hand check?
Yeah, so you need to do intelligence to see if you would know what you need to put on the paper, and then sleight of hand to see if you can make it look official enough.
I like that. That's not me. I'm not smart.
Does anyone have sleight of hand?
Matt has sleight of hand.
I
He's
have
got
+6.
+9.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Omar, what's up?
Are we no longer traveling by rail?
You guys got to the border, and the other country doesn't have any rail lines, so.
Okay. I would like to like hide away my my push carts.
Yeah, go ahead and. You know what? There's nobody really around here, so I'll just say that you can find some bushes and hide it pretty well.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
That was smart, Omar.
Yeah, that thing has saved you guys so much freaking time. All right. So, who is rolling to see if they can forge these documents for me?
I can roll. Matt has a +9 to sleight of hand. I think Laura said she has a +6.
Could I aid him since me and him both have pretty good sleight of hand and we kind of know what we're doing a little bit more? Can I like give him help?
I would say that you can give either each of you can roll separately, or one of you can roll and have advantage.
I'll let him have advantage.
I cast guidance on whoever's making the forgery.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
How does that work again?
Nice.
Oh, he has a +10 to sleight of hand.
I forgot.
I think it's a plus D4.
Yeah, I think you roll a d4, Jen, and add it to it. So you get advantage and a +d4.
Yep.
Okay.
D4.
Well, Matt rolled a nat 20 anyways, so never mind.
All right. Yeah. So
That's like a million.
He definitely knows what he was that for the sleight of hand, or was that for the intelligence check?
That was sleight of hand. Oops, sorry. I'll roll.
Wait,
for
before you roll the
intelligence.
next one, Laura, you could probably give bardic inspiration, right?
Yeah, I can do bardic inspiration.
If you think,
I'll
I'm
do
just
bardic-
mentioning it if you think it's worthwhile.
Well, he's still guided too. Let me see. What was
I
that?
didn't use the D4 because there was no point.
Yeah.
I'll say you still have it then.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, bardic
Um,
inspiration would be a d8.
Let's see. You said D4 I can add.
Yep, a D4, and Laura gave you bardic inspiration, so that's another D8.
So without the D8, I have 16. Do you want me to go ahead and add the D8?
Yes.
21.
Yeah.
Hey.
So it looks pretty good to you. You've seen, well, Matt's character has seen a couple of these documents in his shady dealings in the city, and he's got a pretty good idea of what to do. So they're looking pretty nice. I'm gonna say you did not do this in view of the guards. You like went around a corner and hid before you did this. Instead of doing it right in front of them.
I would say we probably talked about it before we got too close to the wall.
Yeah.
Have the
I mean, also, it might have been good to go get the right kind of paper and all that kind of stuff. You
Yeah.
know,
have the guard.
we can skip over that, but
Like that nice resume paper.
exactly.
Yeah, basically.
Have the guards just been watching us discuss how to get into the country?
No.
Yeah.
Bunch of jabronis.
Like, what are these people doing?
Okay, so then now that we have the paperwork, am I doing this by myself, or is somebody coming up and doing this with me?
I think
You
Oh,
and Matt do it, right?
no, I think Shivani should go because she's the one who's going to know the animal information. Right?
Yeah, if they ask any questions.
That way it's not like Matt's like, I don't know anything about
Like
it.
I'm the producer and she's the
That's what I was. That sounds
Yeah.
great. Yeah, you're the producer.
Okay.
She's the Seaver one and you're the magic behind the Seaver one.
Yeah.
Hold on. No, I am.
or I'm the agent.
Yeah. You're the one who like sells the show and she's the one who gives the information.
So would that give me advantage then, Tony?
I'll say yes.
Yes, and I am going to inspire myself.
Okay.
I would also like to give guidance again. I can actually give it as many times as I want.
Okay. Oh, that's
Hey, Tony, is there a limit since it's at will?
No. If it's at will, you can do it as many times as you want.
It does use your concentration, so it's not like something you should do in combat super often. But yeah,
guys. Wait, no, never mind. I didn't add my pluses. Never mind. Hold on. I would be 14 plus 9. Sorry, math. 23.
23?
23, which is pretty low for me.
You're pretty low for me. Yeah, the guy that was trying
I got advantage and I got 2 pluses to it on top of my regular plus.
That's
and
fair.
I still only got a 23.
That's fair. You want to know what you had to beat?
What?
A 5.
Oh my god. We put
The
so
dude
much
rolled
thought into it.
horribly.
Do I have a really stupid, like,
He
guard?
just got hit in the head with a brick, apparently.
I feel like what this is like.
I like everything I'm saying is just going over his head. He's
Yeah.
going,
Yeah. Like this is like you're elaborately creating a backstory as you watch like a Sherlock-esque moment in a movie, and then the guard's just like,
Whatever.
yeah, okay.
Okay, you go.
Although,
yeah.
although Shivani, I want to know how you are aiding Laura. So, what exactly are you explaining to this guard about creatures?
I think I wanna like my strategy is gonna be kind of along the lines of like, so this is gonna be a great you get to see all kinds of creatures, right? But also this is educational for the children. So we're gonna go in and no, lost it. Went into Staten Island. Give me a moment. So I think I also want to talk about though how like we need to be able to go and educate ourselves on local wildlife so that we can teach, you know, how to handle like dangerous creatures to local children so that they don't end up getting hurt. But I say that all with an Australian accent that I don't currently have.
Okay, fair enough.
So
So,
maybe if they didn't believe us, I was gonna have her like turn into one of the dangerous creatures and be like, "See, she's perfectly calm," and hold it.
Yeah, but I just can't. I think I really know it like doesn't matter because he's just the guard. He like who lets us in. But like I really want to establish that we can go into the local like areas to search for wildlife. Because if we're a traveling show, it's still sketch if you show up in this random wilderness or whatever looking for stuff.
Well, we're getting the animals for the show.
Right. We're getting local animals and then we're not taking them out because that's the local part for local kids. So and for every show we go to, we need to analyze local wildlife first to teach the kids. And then when we return it and we go to the next place, because it doesn't do any good to teach the next place about non-local animals. See? I have it all thought out in my head.
okay.
In my
And
character.
that's the new campaign, guys. All right. So, you are past the gate. Laura, pull out that map and roll me an investigation check on it.
What map?
The map that you stole from your boss's house.
On your screen right now.
No. Well,
You
the
didn't
area that you need to go to will be on the map in a second, but you need to roll to see if you can find it.
Okay, well, Evelyn just rolled a nat 20.
Are you Evelyn?
Do you guys want to find this place?
I can roll. What was I rolling again? Investigation?
Yeah.
I rolled a 9. What's my investigation? Can we go with the nat 20? Because that's depressing.
No.
I got 11.
Okay. So
I'm not good at investigation.
I'm not good at the instigation, guys.
I'm excellent at instigating.
That you are.
So you guys need to go from here
Oh, God.
to yeah, you did. Okay, that's not gonna work.
All right, guys, I gotta go change a diaper. I can still hear you, but I probably won't be able to talk to you. I'm gonna mute it while I do it.
That's probably for the best because it's gonna be disgusting. All right, you guys need to go for
Damn, Tony.
what? Evelyn has some nasty poop. Okay. All right, so you guys are here. You need to go to somewhere on this island. Yeah.
All right, guys, what's our plan here? We can follow the river down, build a makeshift raft, follow the river down, then jump out and cross the forest. And then it looks like we can hitch a ride on a whale and get over there.
I like the river idea. Although we'd have to make sure that our whatever boat we use to get down the river is also like seaworthy, if that makes sense. So we couldn't just get like any boat probably. But I love that idea actually.
Yeah. So,
All right.
how does that work?
I think we're here.
Well, we could we use Stephania's wild shape, turn her into some sort of like animal and ride her,
Yeah, maybe
like
see-
surf from Pokemon. We just surf our way down the river.
Is Lapras available?
You can certainly try.
We could do like a crab shark or some sort of mixture.
Wait, yeah, let's look. I'm gonna look.
I know this dumb. Can I go back and convert my stupid train things into like a swimming thing that we can pump?
Yeah, I do.
A what thing that we can pump?
The same push carts, can we convert it to make them seaworthy?
I don't think that's gonna work, man. How are we gonna carry push carts through the guard post?
Also, they have really, really heavy iron wheels on the bottom, and they're literally like just a plank of wood with a pump on top.
Okay, I take the pump.
Like, oh, the little, yeah. Okay.
I just need the pump. I can make the rest. I leave everything but the pump.
Okay.
So do we wanna ride Stephania like a crazy band of idiots, or do we want to build a boat?
What am I allowed to turn into?
What level are we? Because you might not have anything that has a swim speed yet.
I mean, I think we'll still need the boat, but what you're suggesting is that she's going to be a good propeller.
Oh yeah.
Wild shape. Max CR 1/2.
All right.
I'm like going through sorted by CR, and there's a lot of CR 1/4 beasts. Okay, we're finally in 1/2. Oh, I should be filtering more.
Can you filter by underwater?
What are we talking about druid stuff?
Yeah.
There are certain levels that you can do certain things at. It should be in the player's handbook.
Real druid shit.
Tony, I don't have a player's handbook up here.
How much is it to make a boat to hold us all, Tony?
We're at level 6, so I think she might be able to swim.
Oh, I can
Ooh.
be a reef shark. I can
You
be
could
a
giant
sea lion.
seahorse or a sea lion.
I'm really liking a crab shark.
Crab toe shark or shark toe crab is what John put.
Shark to crab.
Oh my god,
That is
guys!
definitely too high.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I can be a crocodile.
Yes.
I think that has to happen, right?
Yeah, like
And CR 1/2.
do we even have an option? Like, we're going with that, right? Do we all agree?
Yeah, no, that's 100% what's happening.
Okay.
All right. So, to answer your question, Omar, are you trying to build one from scratch?
I have a pump.
Okay, so you have like basically the paddle part of a paddle boat.
Yep.
You're close to the jungle. You're, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days travel away from the jungle, where you could get enough wood to kind of build out a boat. I will warn you, there is a, I mean, unless you want to start like seeing if you can pull apart different parts of this fortification, like taking wood from it, I have to say that if you try that, it might not end well.
Okay. Is
But
there maybe like a shipyard that we could get stuff from?
here, no, but downriver there would be.
Yeah.
They kind of, so they've got this area locked down because of the fact that it's right at the edge of a country that kind of tried to wipe them off the map.
Ah.
Are we right at where the skull and crossbones are?
No, you guys are basically one hex to the left of that ear of corn.
How long is the trip on the water to get across to the island?
We are looking at. So the nearest town is around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Somewhere around 9 or 10 days on the water.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we're going to need a ship.
I mean, I'm fine with you guys creating a paddle boat to go across the ocean.
We
But
got this, guys. What we'll do is we'll ride our way down. We'll get close to the shore, find a harbor. We'll hire a boatman to get us across. Learn some stuff about what's going on over there. And then we'll do it. But first things first, we need to get to the jungle so we can build ourselves a secondary raft besides Shivani.
so I will say that that one, what's it called? That one walled city is right up here. Let me.
They're like right here, right?
It's like right here.
Okay.
Could we go to a nearby village, not necessarily a city, and convince somebody even with a small boat to maybe buy it off of them or borrow it?
I mean, there could be a tiny village anywhere around here.
Okay. Let's
Yeah,
do
I'll
this, guys.
200 gold if we need to buy stuff for the group fund.
All right. So what's the plan? We are using Stefania to get everyone, all 7 of you that are not named Stefania,
It's
from here.
because she's.
I mean, Matern can swim, right? He's a turtle.
I'm a tortoise. You simple bitch.
Portal.
I can also fly, but I will have to land sometimes.
I'm not a huge fan of the water.
But actually, does anybody know if I'm like turtle or tortoise based? Because that's going to affect my swimming ability.
You have a swim speed of like 30, right?
You are a tortilla.
I think I looked at the portal before. I think you have a base swim speed at 30.
Okay. Duly noted.
All right. Then you are turtle based, sir.
Gracias.
All right. So let's do this. What are we doing?
All right. Well, let's board our raft.
So, Stefania, Shivani, can your character turn into a giant crocodile or just a regular crocodile? Zane, you guys are on mute.
I'm bad.
Sorry. No, there's a regular.
Is the regular crocodile? So a regular crocodile can get up to 12 feet unless you're in Lake Placid. So some of you can ride on the crocodile. Krandak and Thwaptrunk might be a little tricky.
She'll be a large beast, so yeah, do we have any small people?
Well, we have the bird person, we have the 2 cat people, and we have an elf wizard.
Are the cats okay with water?
No. Laura's character is abhorrent.
Hey, that building that we can make that we sleep in, is it water? Can we make it watertight, or how long does that last?
It lasts 8 hours and it is immobile.
Wait, but is it immobile relative to like the planet, or immobile relative to the surface that it's on?
I think it has to be on a relatively like flat surface. I have to
Look it up because this could be an intriguing option. I will say that Stefania can only stay in wild shape for like an hour at a time. I think maybe 2 hours.
I can use my glaive as a paddle. That'll work. Good thing.
Me and Matt's character are both snow leopards. So we like the snow, but we don't care for water.
Do you know that snow is water?
Don't
Like,
you-
could we logic you into accepting the water as being okay?
You can try to persuade me, I guess.
Do it.
What's my persuasion coming at you? Where's my thing? Here we go. Abilities. Bam.
Snow water.
As I roll an 8, I shout, "Snow is water, you simple bitch."
Do I roll against that?
Yeah, roll against it, Laura.
I rolled a natural 17 without any addition yet.
Yeah, I don't think you were very convincing. Okay, so I'm intrigued to see how this goes because honestly, Laura, did you look up how the Liamon's tiny hut works?
I'm battling a toddler over here.
So I looked it up, and there's like differing opinions about it.
Oh, go sit down.
Like people think that like it partially depends on how large the moving object is. Like it's kind of a judgment call, basically.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, if Laura can find a way to cast Liamon's tiny hut while sitting on top of Shivani as a crocodile, everybody else can pile
I think
in.
it has to be a round area.
Let this happen. So everybody other than Shivani can pile into the Liamon's tiny hut, and then she can start going down the river.
So wait,
First-
I've got a question though. Why don't we just get like rowboats? They're 50 gold a piece, and then we can have Shivani's character pull the rowboats, like just purely labor.
Tony, do you want me to read the spell?
No. I'm good.
No, you're just gonna let this happen.
This is how we're gonna do things
Okay, done.
because this is fun. and screw the rules as written if we're having fun.
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
So, to answer Zane's question, there's probably a village along the river, probably a day's travel away. When you guys were going into the jungle, you kind of took a more direct route. So,
Oh right, yeah.
you did not go through the river at that time.
If I'm making the dome, I'm making it green, and I'm gonna make her look like a turtle.
So she's going to be an alligator, crocodile snapping turtle.
Yeah, because she's gonna have a big green dome on her back.
Okay.
I feel inferior.
All right. So, Shivani, you currently can move at quarter speed because you have 7 characters in Liamon's tiny hut on top of you.
So just me next to her?
6 people inside the hut. 2 of them are considered large, Grandak and Thwep.
Wait.
Would they also be considered in charge?
Grandak and Omar and Thwap Trunk, I guess.
Okay.
Can I use my part of the paddle boat to assist in propelling the tiny hut?
Sure.
Yes. Come over here, Krandak. We're pumping this sucker.
Pump
Bonnie
away.
is now at 1.5 times speed.
Nice.
But there's a weird feeling as like they're pumping this thing behind you and like jets of water like going out underneath your tail. It's a very odd experience.
Like when you're in the hot tub and you're by the jets.
Yeah.
Oh, you and I had totally different vibes just now.
Okay. So, Shivani, you can stay in Wild Ship for an hour, right?
I
And
think
then
so.
recast it?
I think it's an hour. Yeah.
Okay.
You can check it.
How many castings of it do you have?
I think it starts at 2, unfortunately. Actually, it might last longer than an hour. You should pull it up, Shivy.
It says you can stay in beast shape for 3 hours before reverting back to your normal form. Sorry, that would be
Okay.
in the total.
Does it say how many times you can use it per day? So it's 3 hours per use. And I think you start with 2 uses per day.
Twice per short
Per short rest?
rest.
Oh, twice per short rest, and it's 3 hours for each use. So that would be 6 hours, and then we'd have to rest for an hour.
You guys are getting away pretty easy here.
Well, the hut is going to have a complication if she has to revert back temporarily.
I can be under it when they have to revert back. I'm big and buoyant.
I don't know. You've got those dense bones.
You're big and buoyant then.
So one thing that you could do is if you get close enough to the shore, then one of you could sit underneath it.
Hold on. Apple juice all over the floor.
All right. I'm going to mute you then while you handle the situation. Okay. So you guys get about 3 hours downriver. Things are going pretty well. And then, Shivani, you start to feel like you're about to revert back, so you head towards the shore. Omar, as Shivani shifts back into her normal shape for an hour, you now have this gigantic dome sitting on your back.
Arr.
You could move, but it would be at quarter speed.
Okay. I'm doing it.
Okay. So Shivani, you can basically switch spots with Omar. Like you get into the hut to rest, and then Omar is basically crawling across the ground.
I have +5 athletics. Does that count for anything?
Yeah, it means you don't die.
Cool.
Wait, what that means is that I'm taking a short rest.
Yes.
Aha! Back to 2.
Oh crap! Yeah, you could. We'll say that happened after your second one. That way, we're being
We
efficient.
got 6 hours in.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So we switch back. I'm gonna roll to see if there's any sort of snafu in this. 'Cause there has to be something that gets messed up.
Got to be some hijinks.
So, Shivani, I need you
Oh,
to
no.
roll me.
Oh, no.
Oh shoot, what's it gonna be? A Constitution saving throw, real quick.
Man, I forgot my Constitution.
ask Google to give you a number between 1 and 20.
Oh God, I don't trust Google for shit, Zane. Oh no, this is not good. Okay,
Why
Google,
should you?
what's a number between 1 and 20?
F.
7.
Number 2.
Fuck, this is why I don't trust Google for shit.
What was the number she gave you?
2,
2. What's your mod?
0. This is why you don't roll for me.
Okay, so here is what's happening.
Do I get a foot cramp?
As you are swimming through the water, there are a number of fish that come up and start trying to pick off any like parasites or like bugs that might be attached to the underside of your crocodile. And it's very tickle. It tickles a lot.
You were gonna say that.
It tickles a lot. And like at some point, like you start to like try to shake them off, and the hut slides off of your back.
Oh my god.
Now at the bottom of the river.
So we all need to get out.
You all like the good thing is I don't think you will be drowning inside the hut. The bad news is you're about 20 feet underwater.
Somebody has to carry me. I'm a bird. I ain't got no arms.
As soon as I feel like things are going south, can I like try to jump up and like do a somersault back onto her back before the hut slides off?
Roll a dexterity check for me, Laura. Or dexterity saving throw, sorry.
Because I really want to avoid the water, and I'm pretty sure my character would be paying very close attention as she rolls a 3.
Nope.
What was it?
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, so yeah, no, I rolled a 3.
Okay, so here's what happens. You jump.
Wait, hold on. I have to add my plus for dexterity. 9.
Okay, so here's what happens. You jump, but you accidentally jump out of the ceiling of the Liamon's tiny hut. So that just makes it disappear. But you do get on Shivani's back.
Well, if it's gonna fall to the bottom of the lake, it doesn't need to be there anyway.
Well, no, the Liamon's tiny hut completely disappears. It poofs out of existence after you leave it.
Wait, you were saying that it was gonna go down the bottom of the river.
Yeah, but now everybody else. Well, I guess everybody else is now closer to the surface.
I don't think it keeps out water.
I think it does in this case. Damn it. This is working, okay? So, you are currently sitting on a crocodile's back, suddenly soaked with water. Everybody else is suddenly like floating in the water.
I gotta draw this on the water now.
I would like to swim to shore and lay out my rope so people can use the rope to get to shore.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that. You leave the rope.
I need the rope. I'm gonna try to grab that rope.
Okay.
That
So
being heavy character.
make a, what would it be, sleight of hand check to see if you can grab it.
Well,
Yeah, you're able to grab it.
yeah.
Jen,
I do got
what is bird person doing here?
I am clawing at anyone and everything. I can't swim.
Can I like swim around to her so that she can get on my back?
Yeah.
I ain't got no arms, guys.
You got legs
So
though.
weird. And she looks real weird after getting wet.
Also, Jen, I need you to roll a d6 for me.
Oh no, don't do it. Don't hurt me.
I'm not going to hurt you.
A 5.
Kill you.
So, Jen, for the next 5 hours, you're going to need to be drying your feathers off before you fly again.
Oh, I can destroy water and take the water
I'm
away.
cleaning. Just let me.
Can I hand her my cleaning stone?
Yeah, but I don't know if, does the cleaning stone take off all of the water?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Would
It
that
can get rid of all of the silt and everything, but she'd still be a wet bird.
Hold on, Evelyn Elizabeth, you do not.
I think it's fair. Birds can't fly after they're wet.
I cast destroy water on Jen.
I'm made of water.
Roll me 8d6, Omar,
Okay.
as you basically blight your bird friend.
What? What does that mean?
It means that you're destroying all of the water in her body.
Oh, I don't think it's that harsh, is it?
No, normally it wouldn't be.
Oh my God.
It's fine. It's fine. Jen, you're dry.
I'll
And
say it.
dead.
And that was how you killed me. I tried to dry her off by.
Oh, you're beautiful.
Pet the rabbit too hard, George. If you want to know, the number was 31.
All right, the dice are going away. Nope.
If that's in reference to damage, is that in reference to damage?
That would have been a reference to damage, yes.
It's wind speed.
Okay, I would have survived it, but I would have been really angry.
I bet. I can
Okay.
heal you.
So everybody else, Krandak has the rope. What I'm guessing Maturin is just like swimming over, like whatever.
And where
Yeah, I'm like oblivious to what's going on. I'm listening to music in my shell phone.
Okay.
where are we at on the water?
You guys have gotten to, let me stamp it. Sure.
So let's agree that putting buildings on the back of crocodiles is not our best plan.
So can you guys see that stamp okay or no?
Which one?
The little star?
The little star, yeah.
I don't see a star.
Right there.
Why can't I change the color of this?
It's right there.
Oh, the X's?
You're just too subtle, Tony.
Apparently I'm too subtle. So
Said no one ever.
And we're trying to make it all the way up this river?
well, there's like a town here.
And what's the giant hole?
What giant hole?
Giant upside down U.
That you guys don't see that. That is a cave. Well, you don't see it yet.
I vote we walk. How long would it take to walk there? You said 15 days?
Yeah, somewhere around 15 days, I think. Let me look.
Unless we're actually building a boat, I vote we just walk.
Well, I'm thinking that it might be worth buying a boat, like buying a boat from the town.
When we get there. Yeah.
That's the town, yeah.
But putting a
You're building a crazy makeshift one.
Yeah, what if we get a raft and then we put Liam and Tiny Hut on top of a raft?
I mean, guys, I just let you put Liam and Tiny Hut on top of a crocodile. I think it can be on a raft.
No. Crocodiles are organic.
What about rope trick?
What if we just undercoat the crocodile?
Does rope trick move, Tony?
Maybe. Let me.
Because it's up in the air.
I mean, that's a massive rowboat.
It's a magic trick that I know. It's like you can essentially create like a invisible chamber in the sky that I think 10 people can be inside of. But if we like tied it to the crocodile, we're less likely to die by drowning.
What if we tied it to the wrong crocodile, though?
Are there other crocodiles? Should we be concerned about Shivani's character getting attacked in the water?
It's probably smart to at least keep an eye on that.
Oh, Tony, by the way, I was looking in like the player's handbook at rowboats, and they're like 50 gold.
Yeah. So
Everything
rowboats,
else would be thousands of gold.
yeah, everything else in that page is expensive. So a rowboat can carry 4 passengers, and so you would need dose.
Or we can have one really sketchy rowboat.
If you wish. Or you could just pay an extra 50 gold, of which you guys have 200.
We have 300, I think. Let me double check.
Damn, where all gold go?
You guys bought a bunch of stuff.
We bought a bunch of brilliant outfits.
No, we have 2,000. I'm sorry.
Let's say 200.
I feel like the rowboats are worth it.
Yeah, he's right.
Well, hey, wait. What about those bigger boats that you said are 1,000 gold? Do we need
No,
boats?
not 1,000 gold. The next smallest is, I think, the keel boat. And that one would be 5,000.
Holy shit.
There's a big jump between a $50 rowboat and a $5,000 keel boat.
Yeah. You would also need 2 keel boats because they only carry 7 people each.
Put Shivani in the water again. I'm kidding. I'll fly.
I can be in the
You actually have to ride on Omar's shoulder because he's a pirate.
I don't trust Omar.
It's a requirement.
Murder
As
me.
soon as he gets in a boat, he's now a pirate. He's automatically in charge.
Yes.
He is the only one of you that has any experience on the water.
Gains +5 charisma on the water.
Because you're a swashbuckler.
Because he's actually, his background is pirate.
Oh,
I am a pirate.
no.
All right.
Okay, so our plan is to walk to the city and then buy rowboats, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward to you guys being at the city. Actually, roll me a survival check real quick. Anyone? Evelyn.
Someone's getting sick.
But you might have a good.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find enough food, water, everything on your way there. All right. Where are my people?
You can always just eat the Wendigo head.
That is true.
If it's shrunken down, does it have any nutrition?
Unless someone's already rolled survival, Shivani can roll survival.
Jen rolled survival and got a 15.
Oh, dope.
So you guys were able to get there without any issue.
You guys for one person.
Let's buy a boat and then food supplies so we don't die.
Oh, you know what? Food is a good thing to point out. Yeah. Let's get a little more food than we need just in case.
Yeah.
No, Omar might get the munchies.
He does still have that jade.
Oh, fuck yeah. We can get high and go on a boat.
So how many feet do we travel on the boat?
So
Well, boats don't have feet.
on a rowboat,
Knots. How many knots do we travel on the boat?
yeah, I gotta have it come up. Ah, crap! I don't want to be putting stamps everywhere. I want to be clicking
It
buttons.
says 20 feet on the keel boat.
That's how
Are
long
we
it
already
is.
getting a boat, or are we? So we got there and we're getting a boat now, or?
You are just on the outside of town. You're about to go into town.
Your nose is cold. Why's your nose so cold?
So
I'm trying to
So
remember the ships. and pirates.
a rowboat, or sorry, that's a galley. A galley can move 96 miles per day. How far can a rowboat move in a day? A rowboat can move 72 miles a day,
That's pretty good.
considering, and for reference, you guys can move 24 miles a day on foot.
nice.
I slept since we did Liam's tiny hut.
What, Laura?
Have we slept since we started? Since we fell in the water?
Yes, I'm going to say it's taken you about a whole day to walk to town.
Okay.
So whoever is tracking time, one day.
I'm going to add that.
All right, so you approach a sleepy town on the river. As you're walking close by the river, you see a number of folks that are out in the water trying to fish. You also see a couple of farmers tending their crops and everything. And then the middle of town, as you approach, you see a couple of Crown's Guard, or a couple of guards for the town. As the 8 of you approach, they all stop you and ask you what your purpose is in town.
I guess we go with our same deal. Right.
It's our cover story. Let's do it.
We seek the Holy Grail.
Do I need to say it, or should someone with higher charisma say it?
Well, I would assume that we would just do what we did before, where you assist me.
Awesome. Sounds good.
I go up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
So I just roll twice for persuasion.
Yeah, roll with advantage.
Okay, and I am going to give myself bardic inspiration.
Okie doke.
And I give you guidance.
18. Okay, I got a 30 without my bardic inspiration, so I'm just gonna save it to see if something else comes up in the next 10 minutes.
I don't think that's how it works. 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. What?
Hey, Tony.
Bardic inspiration lasts for 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
Can I make it a rule that basically for whenever I cast guidance, since I'm a famous person now, I have like a thing of chalk, so I do like the white hand of Saruman on people.
Yeah, that can be.
So every time you get guidance, there's going to be just a big old trunk hand or something.
I get like a see-through trunk on my face.
Gonna be like one of the very Southern Baptist churches, and he's just gonna smack people on the forehead.
Yep, pretty much.
I give you guidance, my child. Yes,
Thank you, Henry.
that's what you needed. You slap him with your trunk. Your flat trunk.
So, you guys tell the guards. The guards kind of actually. Let's see what they roll.
I'd be surprised if we rolled a 30.
No, they rolled a 1, so they kind of ignore you, and they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds great, whatever.
Why do we keep doing this? Or we have elaborate, very thought out plans, and the guards are just like, I don't give a fuck, man. Go ahead.
Do what you gotta do.
We might be on the brink of war. I don't care.
We watch too much Scooby-Doo. What do you want from us?
All right, let's go find some boats.
So behind the guards, you see a well-dressed man, and this well-dressed man walks up to you and says, perhaps you folks can help me out. You look a cut above the normal mercenaries we get in this town, and honestly, we have a problem.
I like cutting doves.
We've had a series of murders, and there's no easy way to put this. One person from each family has gone missing. So, just the other day, a family of 4, 3 of them were murdered horribly, brutally, and we can't find the father. And this has happened 8 other times in town. I don't know what's turning these people against their families, but the first 2 times we thought, hey, maybe these people are just assholes, and they're just they killed their family and then decided to run away. After the 6th one, it was kind of clear that that's not the case. Now, after the 9th one, well, we're at a loss. I don't know what's going on. I don't have any leads, and everybody's breathing down my neck to solve this little conundrum.
Murder, you say?
Who are you that they're breathing down your neck? Are you the mayor, or?
I'm the detective in this town. I'm the one that investigates and brings people to justice.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Does this guy look like
Guidance?
Or at this point, your character just has a bunch of white hand of Saruman slapped. Like,
Okay. And 14.
14. There's something he's hiding. You can't quite make it out. But as far as being worried about the number of murders and the fact that he believes that it's the family members that are committing the murders is he believes that to be correct.
Okay.
So, you're a cop, right?
Yeah, I'm the sorry, let me introduce myself. My name is Rodot Silversun. He's got the light blue skin, same kind of complexion as Nadressa had, so blue skin, bluish gray hair. Looks like he hasn't slept in a week. He's just, look, I know you guys are busy. I know I'm asking a lot, but we need to stop the murders. How long until I'm on the chopping block or some innocent person's on the chopping block?
Well, it sounds like you need a police
Why the
force.
people haven't been innocent?
I'm sorry, what?
Is he like trying to imply that the people who've been murdered so far haven't been innocent?
Make an insight check for me.
I guidance you.
15. You got 15 plus something. You got a good wisdom at least. Okay, so 19 insight.
19 insight. That seems to be what he is implying, is that the 9 people who have gone missing,
Oh, you didn't see my face. I'm shook.
the 9 people that have gone missing, they're not necessarily the goody two-shoes of the town.
Were any of them, did any of them have prior, like significant prior criminal history?
Prior convictions.
Yeah.
A couple of them had been arrested for there's no easy way to put this, human trafficking.
Oh.
Oh, those fiends.
I asked him if there's anywhere we should start searching, and then as I asked him, I yelled guidance, and then I hit him on the head.
Is that
Guidance, my friend.
I would also like to ask him a couple things too.
Go
But I
ahead.
will let you finish.
While I look something up in my notes, go ahead and ask Laura.
Well, I was going to ask, how recent was the most recent of these incidences? Is it possible for us to see one of the crime scenes or even one of the bodies or one of the bodies?
I don't know how you would do this without seeing the crime scenes. Most recent one, day and a half, 2 days ago. Horrible scene. 3 dead, 1 missing. Gargren, one of our town's blacksmith, up and just murdered his family and then ran away like a coward.
And the bodies?
Bodies have been, well, honestly, the morgue's kind of full up, so the bodies are still there. Don't tell anyone that. Bodies are still on the scene. We haven't gotten around to moving them. We had a cleric cast, what's the spell? The one that slows rotting.
gentle repose, I think?
Yeah. We had our cleric, our priest, cast gentle repose on them so they didn't start to smell.
I'm going to ask him to take us to that scene.
Yeah.
Hold on here. Before we investigate, can we be deputized into the whatever your group is?
Sure.
We have to have some official capacity here. Otherwise, we can't do any investigation.
Sure.
We get off on badges. We need them.
Thinking badgies.
Sure. Let's go back to the guard station, and I'll write you up some papers.
Yes.
So he takes you back to the guard station. You all are officially deputized as deputies of the Shadow Knights, the guards of this town.
Woo, Shadow
Sweet.
Knights.
Shadow
Rick goes to
Knights for life.
I've got one more question for him, at least, which is how far away is the nearest like town or settlement?
From here,
Yeah.
we got the main city that you guys were at that one time, the walled one. Let me see if I can remember the name there. Cleansing flame. Getting. Come on, where's the one where you guys were looking for all the drugs? Okay. I apparently don't have those notes here, so I have to rename the town. All right, place names.
Oh, Tony, Evelyn has a show apparently.
What?
Evelyn likes the show Pocoyo, just so you know.
The Pocoyo?
It's Pocoyo. It's real dumb.
Oh, dude. You guys need to watch cartoononline.com. It's got like every cartoon ever made.
So, the city of Fitjar is probably about 2 days away on the edge of the jungle, or the Memrane Forest. I mean, it's a bit of a trek, but if I had just murdered my family, that's probably where I would go. But anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, cat lady. You wanted to see the most recent murder scene. Follow me. So he takes you down out of the guardhouse, down the street.
No, yuckies. Evelyn, no, yeah.
And a couple blocks away from the center of town. Outside on the door, written in chalk, is crime scene, do not enter.
Evelyn!
So as you enter the house, the first thing that hits you is the smell of death, but it's not super strong at this point.
Death.
And then it looks like somebody finger painted on the walls in blood. Blood is in this front room. There's blood spattered on almost every wall. A young child, maybe 12 or 13, lays in the middle of the room, throat slashed and stomach completely ripped open, guts out. And you can see where there's just blood pooling around the kid and then on all of the walls. And it's like this in this living room, as well as what looks like a master bedroom, and the chamber pot area. The walls have, well, you know, roll investigation check. Somebody roll me an investigation check.
I got a +7, 27.
Okay. So at the 27, you can see that there are, it's weird. There appears to be huge claw marks across two of the walls, and or maybe they're sword marks. You can't really tell.
Were these people that were murdered, were they human?
These were dwarves.
Orcs?
Dwarves.
Dwarves.
You know, this murder is very brutal. It means that they meant business when they were killing this kid. Like, this was personal. Like, you don't just kill and disembowel somebody without, like, meaning it.
And so the other kid is also disemboweled, and the mom got the worst of it, but it's bad. But
Do they look like they're eating it all?
Make an investigation check for me, Henry.
17 plus some numbers.
17 plus some numbers. You don't see any visible bite marks per se.
Minus some numbers.
I would say it doesn't necessarily look like an animal did this, but you're hard pressed to believe that someone's dad did this to them or someone's husband did this to them.
I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start in the the room with the kid.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I detect any magic in that room?
In this room, no, but there's a faint aura coming from the kitchen. If you follow that around, you can see that there's a couple of floorboards, and the magic seems to be coming from underneath those floorboards.
So I'm gonna call that out. I'm gonna tell people that there's some magic emanating from beneath the floorboards, but I think we should be very careful with how we handle this. So if there's an item in there, I don't think we should touch it right away. I think we should be very careful about how we handle this.
Are you saying we should rip the floorboards up?
I think that's probably the right idea, but we should just be
Don't
very
forget,
careful how we do it.
I do have mage hand.
I would like to recklessly wreck up the floorboards.
Yeah, so Henry, describe how you are destroying your 3 floorboards.
Use your horns!
I wouldn't know. I'm going to recklessly rip them up. So I'm just going to grab them and pull them with all my might.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
Fuck yeah. All right, I rolled a 12, which isn't great, plus my modifier, which is 6, so an 18.
Okay, so you rip up. So you were just trying to rip up like where Lord Hilly had pointed to, but you just like completely take up 4 floorboards, and it's about a good 8 foot by 4 foot of floorboards. Underneath these floorboards, you see stairs leading down.
Ooh. I call upon my ring to go down there and investigate.
Your rank?
Ring.
Oh.
You're gonna throw Tiberius down there?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow! Why are you throwing me down the stairs? Oh, it's so dark down here. What's going on? It's very dark.
How many stairs did you bounce down?
I hit 7.
Count them.
What?
Count the rest.
It's very dark. Maybe 12.
Does anyone have light
Never see your daughter.
or a torch?
We've all have torches, I think.
I
Yeah.
think my character's just gonna go down the stairs.
Yeah, you all got my plan.
I have dark vision. I'm just gonna go down the stairs because I feel bad that we threw Tiberius.
Wait, you feel bad that Tiberius was treated badly?
Well, he's not in my pocket this time,
That's
and my character doesn't lie.
That's true. Okay, so you get to the bottom of the stairs, and down here, you see. Well, make an investigation check, actually, Jen.
Guidance.
I'm gonna follow behind with my detect magic still up.
Granddad goes down the stairs as well.
What does guidance do again? 8?
Add a D4.
D4, okay.
And a big powdered white hand.
I rolled, I only got 1. A 14.
A 14. So the first thing that strikes you is there's an old bed down here that has a little bit of blood on it, kind of crusty. There are manacles on 2 of the walls, and Zane, the manacles are giving off a magical essence.
Okay.
Additionally, there are gags down here that are giving off a magical essence,
Wait, what are they?
Like ball gags?
and manacles on the walls. And there's a bed in the middle of the room.
Sure,
What
you
type
don't
of ball
use those
gag are they?
manacles on the wall.
Sorry, everybody spoke at once. John, what did you say?
It wasn't important.
Okay. Henry, what did you say?
I asked you what type of ball gag it was.
It's just plain black.
Oh, black ball gag?
leather.
They're normally red. No, I'm kidding.
Mine's pink.
Consensual, they're red.
Matches the handcuffs.
I'm gonna say that I would. So those are where seem to be where the magic is coming from, and I would recommend against touching them.
Do we see any like boxes that aren't emitting magic?
So
or-
you're saying we shouldn't touch them?
Oh no, Kandak, you should like.
As Krandak holds one of them.
So Jen, looking around, there's a box. Are you gonna open the box?
Well, does Zane see any magic coming from it?
No.
I didn't mention it.
Okay. I am, because I'm curious if there's anything important in it, or if there's like a desk or anything that we can explore to see if there's any important stuff.
Okay, so Jen, I'm going to privately text you what is in the box, and then you can decide.
Tell you
if
if
you're
I
gonna
want
tell
to keep it.
people. Huh?
Tell you if I want to keep it.
Yeah.
So where are we on the map?
All right. That curiosity's getting me. I want that cloth. I want it. Okay, I'm picking up the cloth. He told me not to. I need it.
Manacles?
No, not the manacles. I need the ball gag.
Okay.
Ball gag even emitting magic, or is it just there?
The ball gags do have some magic on them.
Is it like magic residue, like it transferred from whatever was being held, or is it like magic from the actual ball gag? Ooh, what if it's a silencer? Like, I don't know, we can like hit people with it and like silent.
We could like pull it back like a slingshot and
Or
just
whenever
shoot it
you
at
pick
them.
it up, you automatically silence until someone
That's,
takes it
that's
off you.
just what a ball gag normally does.
So yes, the ball gags are, yeah, Jen, it's fucked up.
I don't know what to do with this information. Are they clean?
No.
Oh, these are all the dead people were held down here.
No.
No, this is just really weird. You've taken us into a BDSM dungeon.
Jen,
I wonder if
need
this
you
is
to
just
roll an
unrelated.
intelligence check.
What, Tony?
I need you to roll an intelligence check.
Guidance.
It's 2020. We don't shame magic sex dungeons.
Yeah, like I have a feeling this is just they just happened to be, having kinky sex, and then there was also some kind of weird curse.
Or there is an inquisition against kinky sex. We're going to liberate them through the power of Flaptrunk's new religion. That's very liberal.
With guidance, I rolled a 21.
It-
Sorry.
Yeah, I heard you. I just texted you.
Oh. Do I know that? Am I able to detect, tell that?
With a 21, yes.
And do we know whose house this is?
It's the house of one of the,
It's the blacksmith, right?
yeah, it's the house of the blacksmith. Dwarf, his entire family was brutally murdered. He is missing.
He's okay. Well, I feel like I'm gonna tell everyone if that's cool. But basically, I just opened a box of dirty underwear, and we're in the house of a guy who is kidnapping people to sell them for sex slaves.
Oh, that got darker.
Yeah, I was tempted to warn you guys that this was a dark episode.
Yeah.
This
Well, here I go killing again.
is there any, you know, he's a blacksmith. Does he have any other property that he owns that we know of, or any other like
So
Well, I mean, it depends on if they got away or not. As a human trafficker.
so the detective kind of here's what you say. He's like, what? No, he was such a good guy. It does explain a little bit though, about why he would never let anybody in this house. I don't know of any other property he owns.
What about his shop?
Oh yeah, he's got his shop closer to outside of town.
Does he
Can I
or
ask who the other families were that were killed? Like, is there some sort of connection between the other families? Can I like deduce by what he's been telling us if there's a connection between the other families and this guy, or if they're completely separate?
So you want to ask him if there's a connection, or
Yeah, basically, I'm going to be prying, like asking him questions about all the families, like multiple questions, like who were the other families? What race were they? Were they killed in the same way? All that stuff.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
honestly, a lot of the families were killed the same way, which is why we were connecting them. Men, women, children, all brutally murdered, eviscerated. Looks like whoever did this took their time.
Can I look at the claw marks more closely and see if I can deduce like what the claw marks might have come from, or what
Make,
happened?
make an Arcana check.
Guidance.
19.
does help.
19. All right, and then Laura, I need you to make a history check as well.
And a history check?
Guidance.
Yeah.
Well, I guess more powder.
Omar, you're running out of talcum.
Okay, go get some charcoal from the forge. And we can just start
Oh,
doing
yeah.
black here.
Good point.
A non-natural 20.
I refill my talcum with charcoal. Thank you, Granddad.
Now it's the Black Hand of Saruman.
Yeah.
And we'll just keep switching from black to white to black to white.
Did you hear what I said for my roll, hon?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm texting you privately.
Layers upon layers of
I would like to ask him if maybe the blacksmith or any of the families might, by any chance, happen to have boats that they're no longer using.
Well, the shipwright has gone missing, so we had a few boats.
And while he's also thinking that, may I ask a question too?
They're probably like project boats though, where they're like, you know, they're like half taken apart or something.
We can put them together.
Yeah.
Zane, I have a paddle. I am not above putting together a boat.
should be your Pope flap trunk.
Is it seaworthy? We'll see. We'll find out.
Oh, that's right. You're a pirate. You know how to.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can build a good boat. Never mind. No, we're good. Fine, bro.
I feel like there's probably a difference between like being able to fix up a boat and like build a good boat from scratch.
What was your question, Jen?
Oh, I messaged it to him because
Oh.
it's fine. Everybody was talking.
I say before we go across the sea, we like go around the area a little bit just to make sure it is seaworthy or something, but it'll be fine. What the hell, Henry?
I was gonna suggest.
Oh, I found some earplugs.
Laura, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna ask if we can take like a short break so that I can have a little bit of help prepping Evelyn for bed, and you can say goodnight to her and like bathroom breaks and such.
Okay. Let me answer Jen's one question, and then we can do a quick break while we get Evelyn ready for bed.
Oh, it's okay if you need to put her to bed. It was just a simple question.
So, Jen, the people that are missing are all the husbands and the wives of the people that were murdered.
But we don't know who the sex people being sold into the sex trade.
I am going to
No.
say I don't believe that this is a human or a humanoid. I think this is something that is killing these people and then taking the others.
So, I have seen one of two things going to be happening. We either have the trafficker itself is or whoever they're selling the people to has come back with a vengeance and is righting some wrongs, or we have an evil spirit that has been manifested from these evil deeds that they caused.
I don't remember what these are from, but these claw marks do seem familiar to me. I just can't pinpoint why.
Like, maybe it's a Wendigo. Flesh-eating Wendigo.
All right. Let me go say good night to my daughter. I'll be back.
All right, guys,
Yeah.
just in case I don't get a chance to hop on before you guys end.
Okay.
And you guys can decide who's going to take over my character. I have no clue.
So, we got to figure out our next move. What is our next move? I feel like somebody needs to be stabbed.
I think we need to do some stabbing.
The Order of the Shadow
think-
Claw.
We need to break in these shadow claws of mine.
I think
And I have these claws, and now they're shadow claws. And what am I doing not shredding something?
I mean, we haven't killed anything for days at this point.
It's like I've already forgotten how.
Yep.
Go pick up like if we know another trafficker, you can go.
Exactly.
I'd like to try and find out what happened to the people that were getting kidnapped if we can save them.
I'd like to explore the disemboweling option.
I would like to like break off and then maybe start putting a ship together. That way we need to make a quick escape or something.
Seems really practical.
Like you could go to the shipwright's house and investigate, but then also see if any of the ships are ready.
Yep, pretty much start building a ship for us.
He doesn't have to justify
I wouldn't
anything.
mind going with you and investigating while you do that.
That's a good idea.
No, don't. It's
Play
fine.
Laura's character anyway.
You're like, don't need. I'll do it. But also, I guess I wouldn't mind going to the blacksmith's shop. That seems like a good place to go next.
That's
All
where
right.
to go.
We got to get a trail of our Wendigo that we're hunting. Or whatever evil spirit.
Well, we do have the speaking stone, so we can always talk to each other since we all have one now.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And I don't think we're going anywhere super dangerous right now, so it's okay if we split up and then meet back after you get the supplies for the boat and we investigate the ship guy and the blacksmith's shop.
Don't we still have the tiefling with us?
Is she alive?
Yeah, she didn't die. Elmore saved her last time.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, she's a servant to our Lord and Master Rakdos. We gotta spread the good name of Rakdos across this land.
You can do that.
I thought we were spreading the good name of Flap Trunk because we have a cult.
Well, Flaptrunk's the face and the name, which we should be spreading, but Rakdos is the leader and lord that I follow.
I've recently been reading some religious pamphlets, and I'm really intrigued about an alternative Dark Lord, Rack Trace.
Oh.
What? I don't get it.
Well, see, Rakdos was a clear step
Oh, I
up
just got it.
from Rack Uno.
Yeah, that took a second.
But really, we're just all waiting for Rack Cinco.
The day of Rack Cinco will be a celebration for all of his demonic
All right.
followers.
Rakdos Cinco. Or it's Ocho Cinco.
I apologize to everyone who's not enjoying this as much as Henry and I. Oh, wait, it looks like they all left. Never mind, we're good.
Yeah, everyone is enjoying as much as Don and I.
I just want you to know that, like, I'm supposed to be sending Colin his wedding gift, but you have strongly tempted me to send him pens first.
Oh, I still need to order him something. Yeah, that's a thing. Good reminder. I'm not going to do that now.
Actually, you should send him pens as the wedding gift.
I just assumed that's what he was doing.
No, I got when my headphones were on sale, I got him some.
Oh, nice.
And Chelsea, so. But the pen idea is really tempting, though.
I actually like that.
Like, the actual gift involved me going to the UPS store. The pen involved me pushing one button one time. It's like, I can do it right now.
You bring up all these good points, Omar.
Yeah, I mean, the pen has like a dozen different points on it.
5.
Several. I concede that it might be a dozen. Might not be a dozen.
I don't remember how many colors there were.
Hey, do I need to order anything else off Amazon while I'm doing stuff?
Hey, Henry, when's your birthday again? Isn't it coming up?
Yeah, soon.
When? What day?
Is it the 13th or the 15th? I always forget.
The 15th. I'm after Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
After.
What are you doing? Okay, you're fine.
Hey, Omar, do I need anything else off Amazon?
Magic 8-Ball?
No, I'm good on those.
Ski shoes?
Amazon's not where I would go for those.
Well, let's see.
Did you know?
My Amazon cart has a harness in it right now,
A human harness?
riveting nameplate for the dog collar. And
Ooh.
yeah, you have a customized nameplate for your dog collar that you actually have force-through rivets, so it just kind of stays on it. About $10.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Oh, and a big watering thing, so I can stop getting water on my floor.
All right, guys, I am back.
Actually, John, I know something you should totally get. Multifunction headbands are awesome, and they're great for the cold.
I've never worn a headband.
It's the thing that we were wearing on our faces during the ski trip.
Yeah, it wasn't.
The thing that Henry and me were wearing.
Yeah, he's talking about the thing that you borrowed from me.
Oh, those things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
I only used it for like half a day. I found it tedious to use.
Mm.
I was having a community call of does anybody else have things that I order off Amazon before I hit my submit button.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that you'd find benefit from.
toilet.
Okay, guys. So it's dark as shit, but we can get through this. So what's the plan?
All right. We are going to investigate the blacksmith place
All
as a
right.
group. Omar said he wanted to go to the shipwright's place and investigate by himself.
I'm gonna start working on a ship, and then John, a big old bottle of lube.
Oh, okay. Okay. Huh.
Okay. So, Omar, you get directions to the shipwright's house. Roll me a survival check to see if you can make it there just by the directions.
Oh, Zane was
Okay.
going, by the way, to investigate too.
Oh, the shipwright's house?
Yeah, I think that's what he said, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sorry, Zane said he's also okay with going to the blacksmith shop.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Zane was one of the blacksmiths. I rolled a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get there. It takes a couple extra turns, but no problem.
12 more seconds.
Huh?
12 more seconds.
Yes, 12 more seconds. So, Omar, you get there. There's a couple of rowboats out back that they're missing some planks. One of them looks like it got run ashore and has a big scrape on the bottom. Might still be seaworthy, but it's pretty close. Like one more run in on the bottom, and it'll have a hole in it.
Okay. I first work on finishing 2 good ones. We need 2, right?
Yeah, you need 2.
All right. So I get 2 good ones, finish them, set them aside, and then I start working on a grand one with parts.
Okay. Do me a favor. Roll me sleight of hand checks and just the sleight of hand or dexterity would be fine.
Okay. 17.
All right. So the first one is definitely good to go and ready and seaworthy. Now roll me one more.
Okay. Do I even have dexterity? I don't have dexterity. Oh, I get +1 dex. No, I don't. I get plus nothing dexterity. 5 on the second one.
You're not able to repair the scrape on the bottom, so it's still just as likely to get a hole, but at least it's seaworthy right now.
Okay. I set it aside.
Okay. And for the grand one, give me a minute while I have everybody else go to the blacksmith shop.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
All right. So, Zane, how long does detect magic last for? Zane is currently somewhere else.
Zane went to the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll. Does
Just
anyone know like what Zane's thing modifier is?
mm,
Well, the tech magic he cast it as a ritual, so he can just ritual cast it again too.
Yeah, I just have to see how long it lasts. Because it technically affects how long you guys are doing this. Uh-oh.
personally, I just yell under the door and ask him. I mean, I've had pretty good results with that.
Hey, no.
All right, so as you guys walk into the blacksmith shop, Zane or Lodhilly points out that there's a chain that is giving off the same type and intensity of magic as the manacles you guys saw down in the basement. And somebody roll me an investigation check. Just one person.
Someone with investigation capabilities. No, nobody.
Matt
Right. -1 away.
Oh, Matt has it if you want.
Okay,
Yeah.
what did Matt get? Because he probably doesn't have a -1.
Actually, I have higher investigation than Matt. Sorry.
Matt has already rolled.
Oh. Well, then he gets the
And-
3. So,
And
A 3.
doesn't
Yeah.
even matter.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. So,
Not have had me well. I'm sorry, guys.
Tomb on you.
So Blood Moon is looking around. Something keeps swishing against his tail, though, and he's not sure what it is. And it's very distracting. So all he sees is the chain that Lord Hilly already pointed out, as well as like desk, and like an old timey cash register kind of thing.
Doesn't Laura also have good investigation? I have a +4. Laura has.
Yes, but you said that Matt was rolling.
I'm sorry. Guys, I effed up.
And I said only one person gets to roll here. So there's a desk, there's the cash register. What are you guys going to look at? And
the cash register. I'm going to lift it up and see if there's anything underneath it, but I'm going to flip it like a table.
All right. First, roll me a strength check, then roll me an investigation. Jen,
Strength.
do you want to check out the desk and roll an investigation check for that?
All right. I rolled a 24 for my strength check.
Yeah, that thing flies across the room.
Woo.
Who were you having roll an investigation?
You, Jen.
I'm gonna not Matt. I'm gonna roll. Much better. I get +4. So I got a 17.
A 17. Give me 1 second. Henry, what did you roll for your investigation after you threw the
A nat 20.
a nat 20? Surprisingly, this person hid a couple of letters underneath their cash register. And Jen, inside this this desk, there are some ledgers of purchases and sales, but there's something odd here. They don't look like the selling and purchasing of materials that a blacksmith would usually be interested in. It's coded somehow.
What would that be to decode? Because I'm probably not the right character. Is that intelligence?
Honestly, without like the key to decode it, it would be difficult. It looks like it's, if you had to guess, it would be a series of names or a series of people that have been sold or purchased.
That's very sad.
Henry, you find 2 letters. The first one is a letter to the shipwright, thanking him for his recent contract to send people up and down the river. And the other one is a letter saying, it's dated about 2.5, 3 months ago, saying that one of the individuals that they had captured years ago had recently escaped. A young woman.
All right, guys, we got ourselves some letters here with some stuff on them, words and things, and people. It looks like we need to. The shipwright was involved in the process, so we need to ship that out. But this woman escaping, that's interesting. She might be involved in this.
She might be.
I wish we could find out.
What
So-
did it say?
Does it say what type of woman or who it was?
I was about to ask that. If it was
Okay. All right. I was just about to say Jen was trying to say something, but it sounds like you were doing the same thing.
Yep. Same thought. It was fine. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I remember earlier in the campaign, people weren't being heard, so I wanted to make sure everybody's being heard.
Nope. I said the same thing. We're good.
Okay. So, young 16-year-old human girl captured about 4 years ago.
Mr. Police or Captain Police Detective Man, sir. Was there a young woman that was disappeared about 4 years ago be about 20 now. Do you remember?
Lots of women go missing around this town. Human, you said?
Yes. Yes. That's what I said.
You're gonna make a history check. Oh shit. There's about 3. Honestly, 2 of them had left notes saying they were running away from home. One of those we found by the river, eaten by a crocodile. Another one, or the other, third one, well, she didn't so much as go missing as we caught her father selling her to someone. We don't know what happened to her. We got there too late, but the dad was recently released from prison for this. So he might know.
Yeah, he might. Do you know where the father is currently?
He lives at his old house on the other side of town. Kind of a shitty man.
Well,
Krandak, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
yeah, I'm thinking we go kick some doors in.
Yeah, let's go do some not torturing. Wink.
Yeah, let's go make Rakdos proud.
So by this time, it's about 8:30 at night.
Let's go spread the grid name.
You get to this man's house. How do you are you knocking politely, or are you literally kicking the door in?
All right.
Let's start with a knock, maybe.
Okay, I got this idea. We're gonna switch this up. So us charisma types are gonna go to the front door and knock on it, and I'm gonna sneak to the back door, and in the event that something goes wrong, I'm gonna kick it in.
Okay. Omar, give me a roll to see how well the grand rowboat turns out.
Okay. $20.
Natural?
Natural.
So this rowboat is actually big enough to hold all 8 of you. You are able to scrounge up some seat cushions from inside the house and line the benches of the rowboat with these really comfortable seat cushions. In addition, this particular rowboat has a roof over it to block out the sun or to block out rain. It's a very comfortable rowboat. It also has a sail for if the wind is with you.
Nice.
So yeah, this is one badass rowboat.
I would like to start working on making a flap trunk masthead.
Okay.
And that's where I spent the rest of my time.
So, the rest of you get to the house. Krandak goes around back. Anybody else going around back with Krandak?
I think I'm gonna be in the front. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll all be. Well, everyone else will go in the front.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine.
Okay. So, you guys start knocking on the door, and you hear a, "What the hell do you want?" And you watch as this old, well overweight man answers the door. He's got mustard and grease stains on his shirt, not wearing pants, walks up, opens the door, boxers on basically. It's like, what do you people want? Not everybody at once here.
Is anyone playing Laura? Because she's the charismatic one.
Nobody's playing Laura at this point. Jen, do you want to talk for Laura? Henry, do you want to talk for Laura?
I'm already playing Matt.
Yeah.
Too, so I can too.
Technically, Omar's character is doing something else. Omar, do you want to talk for Laura?
Okay. Hold on, let me pull up her thing real quick. She's Cece, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was on the robo thing. What are we even doing here?
All right, I got
Who are you?
No, okay. I can just play Laura. It's fine. I already have her thing. So this is the dad, right? Or do we know?
This is the dad that sold his daughter.
Okay.
Don't be nice to him.
Oh no, I was going to because she's charismatic, right?
Yeah.
Ring pens.
She's gonna be like, "Hi, we're in town. We know there were some murders in the area. We're just here to investigate and learn a little bit more about them. We heard you might have been friends with a few of them, and we just really wanted to hear if you had any tips or advice for us. Because I'm out of character. I'm just trying to get her inside the house so that they can kind of eyeball things."
Friends of mine.
Would they have been friends? They were friends. He sold his daughter to them. They've got to be somewhat friends.
Honestly, I don't think I ever met the people. Sounds like some good people, some bad people. As far as what happened, I don't know. You're knocking on the wrong door.
Dude, does the town know that he sold his daughter? Or is this just like our knowledge?
That's your knowledge, and like people. So there's gossip about it. People assume that he did something kind of shady with his daughter.
So we can turn it back. Okay, so Laura's character then would maybe be like, well, we think one of them might have been connected to the disappearance of your daughter. We think he might have kidnapped her.
Roll a persuasion for Laura.
I could do that as Matt's character if deception will work better.
No. I think this works as persuasion.
Okay. Oh, she has +9 too, so that's good. And okay, I can't see, it's too dark. 12 + 9, 21.
Okay, so guys, like the disappearance of my daughter. Well, why don't you come on inside and have a seat?
Okay, we're gonna go in. All of us.
You guys enter. You hear a little bit of a commotion coming from upstairs, but it sounds like a breaking window and it sounds like breaking glass and then heavy footsteps coming from upstairs, walking around upstairs.
Like maybe somebody snuck out a window, like Swap Trunk's still
like
outside.
Somebody snuck in through a window.
Oh, was that Swap Trunk?
No.
I'm at the shipyard.
I'm at the back door.
You're at the back. Okay, Krandak then. Did Krandak just break in?
Nope.
Did you see who broke in?
No, I don't see things.
Why don't you roll a perception check just to see if Krandak would have seen what happened?
But she wouldn't have known I would have seen.
I know, but I'm just like...
No, but I want to know if your character knows what's going on.
Perception for Krandak. Krandak's perception is that 8.
An 8?
An 8.
Nope.
Okay.
Didn't see anything. So, you all get inside. The man offers you a spot on his couch. Couch is kind of dusty, but it's moderately comfortable. There's a couple of springs poking you. Nothing too major.
I feel like Laura's character probably wouldn't sit on it.
No, Laura's character would be standing very well. Thank you very much. So, you think some of these folks had something to do with the disappearance of my daughter?
Yeah, we have some
Oh, cute.
evidence that they might have been kidnapping and selling girls in the sex trade.
Have Laura make an insight check.
I don't know where else to go with this. I want him to confess to it, but I don't know how to go about it.
He had to roll a deception check, so Laura's gonna.
What is it? Okay, wait. Insight is +4. 17?
17. He seems to protest too much. He seems overly shocked that these people might have been involved in his daughter's disappearance. Like he's playing it up.
Yeah, so she's going to say, yeah, we know how hard it is to lose a child, so we want to help you find out what really happened to her. We think they might have been really bad people, and since they were just murdered, we're just trying to make sure we got all of them because we're worried it was an inside job. One of the other sex traffickers murdered her or murdered him.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that was the right thing to say.
So, what the hell is that noise coming from upstairs? Wait, I think his voice changed. Whatever. What the hell is the noise coming from upstairs? Hold on 1 second. Stay here. I've got to go check on something upstairs. Jen, since you're playing Matt, I'm going to give you a quick hint. Matt would probably want to follow this guy up the stairs stealthily.
Okay. I'm going to roll stealth for Matt. I don't know where his is. 1 second. Sorry. I feel like somebody else should play one of these characters because I'm playing 3 right now.
Yeah.
27.
27.
He has a +10 to stealth. He's a sneaky bastard.
Somebody else want to play Matt or Laura for Jen, so she's not playing 3 characters?
I can go back to playing Lauren now that I'm up and running.
Okay. So Matt gets upstairs, sees the guy go around a corner, and follows him into a room. This room, it looks like a bachelor's main bedroom, like a bachelor's master bedroom. It's got a bed, but the bed is basically sitting straight on the floor. It's got a nightstand, a dresser, and a candle, and that's it. Then have Matt roll a perception check for me.
Sorry, I don't know his stuff super well.
That's fine.
14.
Okay. So Matt sees the man enter the room, and let's see, does the man see it? Man doesn't see it. So the man looks, sees that the window of his bedroom has been smashed in. The glass is laying on his bed and on the floor. And the man is like, what the? Is somebody in here? And he goes over and he lights a match and lights the lantern or lights the candle on his bedside table. Hold on, let me stop sharing real quick while I do this. I've got
no combat? No, I'm kidding.
What?
Said combat? Just kidding.
No. I'm not going to make Matt go through combat by himself. That would be kind of
Okay.
game rules.
Are the people downstairs able to, like, I don't know, tell Krandak what happened?
Yeah. Actually, somebody could probably let Krandak in.
I think that'll probably trigger the guy if he comes back downstairs and sees a giant minotaur in his living room. Or do we care?
Krandek is waiting in wait. Krandek is ready to strike.
So this is
He's
what
waiting for-
Matt's character sees.
He's waiting for the save.
As the shadows dissipate.
What? Okay.
Ooh, got some claws on it.
What is that? That's terrifying.
Is that thing undead?
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay. So out of character, what is it?
That is a bone claw.
Okay. Can Matt
I
sneak
hate it.
downstairs and tell everyone?
Yeah, Matt can sneak downstairs. You,
'Cause I feel like-
as he is sneaking down the stairs, this bone claw says, Esmeralda sends her regards. And he watches as this bone claw reaches out, basically sticks his claws through the shoulders of this guy, and teleports away with him.
We have somebody who can detect teleports wait, my bird. Well, no, teleporting's not the same.
Also, this isn't magic. This is an innate ability.
Oh, never mind.
Esmeralda sends her. All right. Well, fuck yeah. Let's go hunt a cawbone.
Let's check out his whole house though and see if we can find anything.
So Matt comes downstairs, and I'm sure he's probably shaken because this thing is considered a large undead creature. So it stands about 12 feet tall,
Fuck yeah.
and it showed up like Matt didn't see it until the guy lit the candle. So it was blending in with the darkness perfectly.
Got some nice horns on its head too.
It's pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
It looked really good as a shrunken.
We can assume that Matt tells everyone.
Yeah. So,
I
and
kicked the door in.
and it said in kind of broken common, but common nonetheless, Esmeralda sends her regards.
Esmeralda.
Was that his daughter's name?
Yes.
All right, guys. We got a hunting to do. We must find Esmeralda.
So does anybody know anything about this character, hypothetically?
About Esmeralda?
No, about this creature. Like, would any of us know what it is so that we can at least figure out where it might have gone?
Could Zane do like a history thing like he usually does?
Zane
Well,
can make an Arcana check. And I'll say that since Matt's character was able to give him a decent description, you can have advantage on it.
Ooh, advantage.
17 plus?
So that's 24.
24. So, being a wizard and being naturally curious about the process of turning into a lich, you know that becoming a bone claw happens when you try to become a lich and you don't quite make it.
Ooh.
So
Right.
instead of your soul being transferred to a phylactery, it's transferred to another entity that has hatred in their heart, that is basically consumed by anger and hatred.
Ooh. So you're like a genie, but like an evil genie.
Yeah. And they don't necessarily, like, the person who is tied to them doesn't necessarily know they're tied to them,
Interesting.
but that's all you know.
Wow. I relay this information. That's pretty dope.
That's super dope. So, guys, it feels like, I mean, it's not really, in my opinion, it's not really that bad of a thing that we have that she's going around killing these evil people. Or the Lich is going, or the Bone Claw's going around killing these evil people.
It's also killing innocent people, right? Like the
Yeah, that's the only downside. Like, wasn't killing some of the innocent people.
It kills the families and then takes the people back to do much worse things to them.
I'm okay with the much worse things.
See, that's why the backstory had to be so terrible, though, was so that you guys would be like, well, they kind of have it coming, so do we really give a shit that it's doing this?
Well, okay, so he didn't kill Esmeralda.
No, he sold. No, this guy.
The Bone Claw.
Zane would know that if Esmeralda was dead, this thing would be dead as well.
Oh, it's tied to her.
Yeah, basically, Esmeralda is his phylactery.
Oh.
So Esmeralda's not a bad person originally, but she's become one, and
She has so much anger and hatred in her heart that, I mean, imagine being a 12-year-old and sold into the sex trade. You'd be pretty freaking pissed off too. So yeah, she kind of attracted this thing because she had a lot of vengeance to take out on people.
I mean, I'm not really lawful, so part of me, I'm chaotic good, so my character would probably be like, I say we leave her to do her thing.
But but I mean, all these other innocent people are dying.
What innocent person has she killed? The family who obviously knew they were selling children into the sex trade.
I mean, there's like a 12-year-old boy.
Ask Slap Trunk. I'll let them know over the speaking stones that like the ships are done and like we're ready. So.
Okay. So yeah, you hear over the speaking stones, Slap Trunk saying, "Hey, boats are ready whenever you guys are."
I'm ready.
Part of the
All right, Flap Trunk. We're going on a hunting mission for Claws of Bones.
Shivani, what did you say?
like, if the only way to stop is to kill Esmeralda, because you don't kill the Bone Claw, right? You have to like destroy what's holding the soul.
As far as you know, yes.
So then, yeah, I don't want to kill her either. I think, like, I don't. Like, her anger is kind of justified, and I feel guilty killing someone who had so much. Not like, yeah, I don't know.
Does Zane know if there's a way to like detach it, like calm her down and help her work through her anger, or do we have to kill her?
Zane, what did you roll on your intelligence check? Or your arcana?
17 plus your thing.
Yeah, so 24.
Okay. You aren't sure, but you know that it's tied to her because of her immense anger and hatred. So there's a possibility that if you can get her to not be super angry anymore, that it might go away.
I like how the men all want to go kill her, and the two girls are like,
I just want to comment that there's like an episode of like Charmed or Buffy the Vampire Slayer is what we've slowly rolled into.
I'm fine with going and trying to save her, but I don't want to kill her. I don't think my character would want to go along with me. We're just gonna murder her.
I mean, I don't really want to kill her, but I want to kill the Bone Claw.
Well, I don't think that's
true.
No, I think that's this. You can't kill a lich unless you destroy the.
Wait, actually,
phylactery,
can
right?
we destroy the Bone Claw, or is she essentially this thing's phylactery?
She is essentially this thing's phylactery.
Oh, yep, we have
continue to reform until either she is dead or she has atoned for her, or like given up being so angry.
See, and so the Bone Claw we'd be fighting the Bone Claw because it would fight for her, but ultimately we'd have to kill her.
Not necessarily. You wouldn't necessarily have to fight the Bone Claw if you could get her to
like kill her while she's asleep or something.
So not kill her.
Slap Trunk has control and dead. Would that work on it?
Probably level limited, but depends on the level.
Level 6 is the max it can do.
Yeah, no.
Damn.
It is a much higher CR than that.
Damn. Okay.
But it's technically something you guys could fight and win against.
Is she,
Technically is a right type of thing. That's great.
is
Technically correct.
That's kind of correct.
she done killing all the people that kidnapped her?
Don't know that.
Has she killed all the families that like assisted in the kidnapping?
You have no idea.
I mean,
I
I
feel
really think they're wiping them all out. So
I think the problem's gonna solve itself. You, like Jen said, she'll run out of people to kill eventually.
There's always more people to kill.
if she kills all the sex traffickers in the world, I'll be happy. Like my character won't be mad.
I don't think anybody would be mad. It would be like, okay, and the world is a better place.
A few innocent people die on the way. I mean,
Yeah,
chaotic.
but, well, where are we going to find our sex people from? You don't understand how hard it is to find people to traffic in sex.
So far, it's 3 innocent people to every 1 evil person that's getting murdered.
Okay, wait a second. Is the wife innocent? She had to have known there were people in their basement.
I mean, okay, that's probably fair. That's probably a fair critique.
I say we go on our journey and then come back and see what the death toll is, and then we decide.
We have been deputized for murder.
We are the Shadow Claws. And he's got some nice claws that I'd like to be wearing.
Oh, no.
These Shadow Claws.
My character is not going to help if you guys try to kill her. So that's where I stand.
Would you rather she kill everybody?
I mean, I can justify her reason.
I think,
Sure, I get that. But, like,
I
how...
think we could-
She's not going to kill us. We didn't do anything to her. If anything, we're helping her by letting her be. So she's not going to kill us. And if people aren't bad, like if she's really swallowed by this anger towards sex traffickers, she's not going to kill that many bad people or good people in the process of that. So
I say we go back and tell the sheriff what we've learned and see what he wants to do.
Yeah, but I also think that if she oversteps, sure, then maybe I'll change my mind. But as it stands, I don't think it's a worthy endeavor to go end the life of someone.
So
Yeah.
murdering children isn't overstepping.
well, they murdered children. How many people did they sex traffic? We know at least 20, right?
At least, yeah.
So like, is she really overstepping that balance that we talk about good and evil? You know, they hurt 20 people. She's hurt 20 people. She's balancing back the 20 people that they kidnapped and sold into sex trade. How many of those children got over and over and over and eventually murdered by their captors? I don't know. Balance is balance, good and evil. You have to have good and you have to have bad. And right now she's kind of good. Like she's doing the right thing by killing these traffickers and she's balancing back the evil they put into the world, right? Is that how chaotic good works?
That presumes that none of them have achieved a redemption arc.
It doesn't sound like they did because they still had that equipment down there.
Well, that's a great presumption when we're talking about people's lives.
But we
Those,
to see that they had continued doing it recently.
At least the black.
Some of them.
those kids would have been sex trafficked anyway. So really,
He
she just
killed his
missed it in
own
the boat.
daughter. He deserved to die.
No, I'm not saying he didn't deserve to die.
Well, he's
I'm saying that I don't like being the judge and jury.
This is a very philosophical one, Tony.
that's the point. That's the entire point. I was like, we haven't been noir enough lately. Let's give them a
Wait,
real
war.
You know what? Maybe we should just destroy this entire fucking town, kill everybody, take the wealth, and leave this hellhole and move on with our lives.
Let's just be murder hobos. It makes it so much less moral quandaries.
Okay, has she killed, other than the families of the people that kidnapped her, has she, that we know of, killed anyone that wasn't at all involved and was just like totally unconnected to these horrible, horrific events?
Well, honestly, you'd have to investigate the other 7, 8 people or 7 houses to see if any of them are.
But if the whole town is corrupted and a bunch of sex slave traders, and it is all of them that are connected, it is worth it to just blow up the town and maybe.
Yes.
You actually
Yes. I'll level with you. I really just want this thing's claws. So I want to start some killing.
I honestly want to dissect it as well. So let's
I'm not
I
going
wanna- I wanna fight that thing.
Respect her boundaries. That's my thought. I will not.
fight the bone claw.
Not that being said, I'm not really a tanky character, so it's not like you need me.
I
You
imagine.
do. You shoot arrows and you got your mark to hunted.
Yeah, but like you could probably defeat it without me, and my character is morally against your decision to kill her. I'd be down if the rest of the town is involved in sex trafficking. I'd be down to murder the whole town.
I was gonna say, if we killed all of these sex trafficking townies, would she stop being so angry?
I mean, hypothetically, that would get rid of. She'd feel atoned, right?
She wouldn't have anyone else to kill except us, and if she went for us, then I get her claws.
Well, if she went for us, then we can kill her. I'm fine with her. If she attacks us when we're not hurting her life,
So does this mean we can go start killing all the bad people?
only if they're involved in sex trade.
Because if she kills someone who's not involved in selling anyone, how can we assume or not assume that they weren't using the I feel weird saying it like this. How do we know for sure whether or not they ever bought the goods
Connoisseurs
without
of
buying?
human trafficking.
I don't know how to say this.
I think the only thing we can do is get a bunch of wizards to cast Fireball and just obliterate this town.
I could cast fire. I could slowly do
We need to figure out the code. Wouldn't that give us the receipts so we know what people are being sold to whom?
I mean, do they use cash? I don't know.
Well, no, they remember I found that list of codes that looked like a shopping list, but we couldn't tell what it said because it was written.
Right.
Oh, was that like, okay, I assumed that was them selling people, not them
Yeah.
selling an
Services.
experience.
Well, maybe we could maybe it tells us who they sold people to so we know who all she could potentially attack.
Right, but my
Just set her loose, like get her in a canvas bag and just let her loose in the house.
that I don't think that's enough, because then we still can't tell if she's killing innocents, because if she kills someone who's not on that list only shows people who bought and sold, not necessarily people who like went over to the house is like, hey man, like let me have 20 minutes, right?
Right. Yeah. A little
So
different.
I'm just gonna
I feel like we all need showers after this.
Oh, why don't we make a vote? Type a 1 in the group chat if you want to kill her.
Hold on,
And-
there's the link to this, Jen.
I got a vote number 3 instead of this murdering. Why don't we just investigate? We go find her, talk to her, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, based off her reaction, we
I don't even know if we know how to find her, right? That's another question I have. Like,
Oh, yeah, she's gonna miss
we
it.
are deputies of the Shadow Claws,
Okay, wait.
Knights of the Cleansing Frame. We are investigators, Zane.
Can I
We
make a
can figure it
comment?
out.
The knights are dead. Long live the Shadow Claws.
Every time I'm in like a D&D, or you know what, even like Skyrim a little bit, when I'm asked to go on a side quest like this, I feel like the bugs in A Bug's Life who are in the circus and they're asked to like be our brave warriors, but they're just circus bugs and they have no idea what's going on. Like this guy had no idea whether or not we could actually help. We lied to get in, and
Caravan?
mind is like, I am a detective. I'm not doing a good job. Oh, strangers.
I can blame them.
Yeah.
Well, we can let's investigate the other murders and see if they're all connected. And at least go from there, because we did say we would help. So we can at least be like, okay, once we've investigated them all, they're all the Shadow Claw. There's no other rando murderers. You know, because there could be somebody else that got killed for some other reason, not because they kidnapped people. Like they could just be killed by their next door neighbor.
Right.
So do we want to do that?
So by
That's
the
what
way, I could-
Grandak suggested that, I think.
No, I want to go find her and find out what's going on with her. She knows that she's causing murder.
She knows that she's justified in causing murder.
I don't know if she knows that she's causing murder. I think the Bone Claw does his own. thing.
I think we should visit the detective and see if he knows where she is by any chance.
They would have. Yeah, let's do it. That's a good idea.
Yes. And
But first, we should stop at the shipyard and look like my sick-ass masthead that looks like me.
Yes.
How effective was he at making a masthead that looked like him?
Make a sleight of hand check for me, Omar. I mean, the boat looks badass, but let's see if it.
Like, does it look like an elephant, or does it look like?
I'd already rolled earlier, and I got an 11.
Okay. It looks okay. I mean, compared to the craftsmanship of this boat, it looks like a 12-year-old did it, but it looks pretty good. Like a talented 12-year-old.
I was hoping it looked phallic.
No, not quite phallic.
Have you seen this trunk?
So, you guys are going back to talk to the detective?
Yes.
All right. So you get back to the guardhouse. At this point, I'm going to say it's probably 9:30. It's probably only been an hour because you guys got to that guy's house. He got kidnapped and then left. So the detective comes down. So what all have you guys found?
Don't tell him everything.
Well, the father disappeared. Went to father places.
What do you mean her father disappeared? That's strange. Like he ran away?
Do you know where she is, this Esmeralda girl?
Esmeralda. Not off the top of my head. I mean, there's a few houses that squatters usually go to, but I mean, those are on the outskirts of town, and they're not hurting anybody, so we just let them kind of stay there.
Squatters, you say? Well, we believe Esmeralda might be slightly connected to these murders.
What? How?
Magic?
Magic? Before I go arresting young women on the assumption that they're murdering entire families, I'm gonna need a little bit more of an answer than magic.
I offer him a jade joint and tell him this will provide all the answers he needs.
He takes it, lights it, takes a big puff, and these are illegal around here, right?
This is part of detective work.
I really fucking needed this, man. It's been a rough couple of So he's currently puffing.
List out.
Yeah. He may not be as forthright now that he's high.
All right,
you
guys.
also have a more difficult time lying, probably.
We got this. It says on the outskirts of town. Let's go find her and tell her of the murders.
So you guys probably need to know what she would look like. She would have brown hair, pale complexion, skinny, looks like she doesn't eat, bags under her eyes, that kind of thing.
I feel like we should ask him if maybe he might know something, that any kind of method that we could get her to not be as angry. Or
roll a persuasion check to see if he would talk more.
Okay, I would like to ask it as the cat.
Oh, as Laura. Okay.
Yeah. Because she would definitely ask way more than me.
Do we have a psychologist in the group?
17 plus 9.
I'm a psychologist. No. So 26. Honestly, I don't know. The little girl's had kind of a fucked up life. Honestly, she has every right to be pissed. I mean, I never did anything wrong, but she's probably mad at me if she's mad at everybody. I don't know how to get her to stop being angry. You'd have to talk to her.
All right, that's a good idea. We should talk to her.
Make an insight check for me, Cece or Krandak.
She's got +4 insight, so probably easy. 15.
15. He's hiding something. He might, like, he knew what she would look like in a little bit too much detail.
And he
We're gonna
didn't
have to kill this
exactly
guy.
remember. He also didn't exactly remember her until when we were asking earlier that she was taken 4 years ago. And he knows what she looks like 4 years later. It's a little suspicious.
I think we should have Krandak start badgering the witness.
Krandak, get the cursed manacles.
And the ball gag.
Especially the ball gag.
Hey Tony, can I try to cast detect thoughts without him noticing?
Yeah, roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
He is high, so.
That is not cocked. That was a 1.
Fuck. Too late.
Yeah. So he's gonna be able to see it, but what does detect thoughts do, Zane?
For the duration, which is a minute, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. When you cast the spell and as an action on each turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you see within 30 feet of you. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, and then as an action, you can go deeper, basically. You keep, and they make wisdom saving throws to keep you from going deeper.
Okay. So first thing that you see from him is, fuck, I knew I should never have used their services.
Oh,
What did I
Jesus.
say? He's not going to show up on the ledger.
What did he say?
You don't know this because I don't think I have a way to communicate it to you, unfortunately.
Oh.
In one more turn, can I try to, I'm trying to think. Honestly, that kind of gives me most of what I need to know. The other options, I can get insight into his reasoning, his emotional state, or something that looms large in his mind. You know what? I'm going to go into, can I try to gain insight into his reasoning?
Okay, what's the save DC?
It's what is my DC? 15.
Yeah, so you wanted to know something that weighs heavily on his mind?
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Okay. He's terrified. He knows of at least 9 of the people, now apparently her father too, that were associated with the trade that have all been brutally, like, their families have been brutally murdered, and they're nowhere to be found. God knows what happened to them. And he wasn't always the nicest customer, so he's terrified that he's next.
Good.
If you don't want this thing to kill you, I just say, like, start talking right now, like, as, like, I'm like, if, basically what, if, like, I'm just gonna say, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Oh yeah, you better be scared.
He kind of jumps and is like, what the?
If we don't resolve this and stop the deaths of all of these innocent people who are guilty like you are going to be the first ones on the chopping block. So if you don't tell us everything that you know, I mean, we don't even have to kill you. This thing's going to come for you.
Can I flex my talons at him while he's saying this to like show him that I'm gonna hurt him?
Yes, you can. I don't know who told you what, but she's still got at least 8 or 9 people just from the organization that she could go through. So I've got a little bit of time to run away.
Wait. Oh my God. So wait, I'm gonna propose a new solution to the group. I don't care if this guy is listening in. I'm gonna be like, I just realized it's not really our responsibility to make her calm down. So if it is an opportunity to not destroy the, Bone Claw via, and it is technically plausible to make her not angry as a way to, solve this problem, then we should leave it to these people to solve their own problem by making her not angry. It's if, we're already conflicted whether or not she deserves justice or whether or not these people deserve to be killed. We should put it in their hands whether or not they want to resolve their own problems, since technically it is plausible for them to calm her down.
But if we do that, we have to defend her so they don't just go mob angry.
Well, then they die that way.
Well, so you guys hear glass breaking in the back of the guardhouse.
Oops. Too late.
The problem is I'm worried that these people are too, look at this guy. These people are too afraid to come to terms with what they've done. So I think they're going to need some pushing even more than what's already happening, it seems like. Like if we can, maybe we need to get them to admit the wrongs that they've done and turn themselves in. I'm thinking that might be, I don't know, if we can get, if we can get this, this little shit to rat out everybody else and we can get all these people thrown in prison, then, at least that point, the worst that'll happen is all those people will get disappeared.
I think the problem is that oh no, I didn't do any of this in an Australian accent.
That's okay.
Oh well.
So you watch as the detective starts pacing a little bit, acting really, really frightened. And he takes 2 steps too close to the shadows in the next room. He's about 13 feet away from the doorway, and you just watch as one single claw sticks straight through one of his shoulder blades, and he's dragged slowly into the darkness.
Oh, it's fight time, baby. Karandek is excited.
I'm not gonna fight. I think he deserves it.
We gotta help save him. He's conflicted.
Is he?
I think if we're gonna stop the deaths of the relatively innocent family members, we need to do something, and this guy might be the key.
We can talk to him, but I don't think that we should stop him from killing this guy.
It'd be awesome if we just have this argument and then he gets taken away, and it's well, maybe we should just go get votes and leave.
You are aware that it teleported the last guy out.
All right, I'm charging into the room.
Okay, so Henry, you charge into the room, and as you get within 15 feet of him, he's going to make an attack on you because you're too close.
Why didn't we just approach this with charisma and try to talk to him or something?
I don't know.
We can't talk to the Bone Claw. We gotta talk to Esmeralda.
Hey,
I speak English. Just be like, we're here. We want to help Esmeralda. We agree that she was tortured.
Henry, are you trying to attack or are you just trying to run in?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm going in. I'm gonna try to get the guy from him. So I want to run in, like grab the cop and draw him away.
All right. Make a strength check for me.
Ah, that's not good. 10.
Well, it rolled a 6, so you are able to. So, what you don't see on these claws are the little notches that face backwards, kind of like a fish hook. So, as you're pulling this guy off the finger, it just like rips everything out of his shoulder blade. But he's alive. He's in your grasp. And the bone claw looks at you. It's like, this doesn't have anything to do with you. This man deserves to die.
Oh, maybe he does, but I like to fight things, so.
No, I'm just gonna like step in front of I'm gonna misty step between the two of them, and I'm gonna try to say, wait. We understand that these people deserve to die, but innocents have been killed as well. We want to help you. We want to help you get justice on the right people.
There is no innocence.
Oh, well,
Can you elaborate on that, please?
Wait, let's just get into a philosophical discussion.
Because, like, hold on.
Give us the bone claws.
Ourselves within the group, we'd like to have you join us. You provide a very different perspective.
Yeah, very interesting. Bring another
I feel
voice
like
to the
my
conversation.
character can actually do this because my character's the whole point of my character is to be like, no, all
Talking to
characters
monsters.
are misunderstood. No. You deserve justice. Now our job is to figure out how to best provide that to you while minimizing the impact on your soul.
He's undead. He doesn't have a soul.
That was pretty
My
good.
soul is damned already. And he steps back into the shadows, and you hear a pop.
Oh, he's gone.
And
I went to philosophy 101 on that. I'll try better next time, guys.
left in the place of where the guard was standing is just an arm that has been just shredded. So this guard's arm is like just laying on the floor with the end looking like pulled pork.
Ew.
You're like, well, now you know. You want to give us that list?
No, he's dead, right? Did he die?
Well,
No,
his arm is there.
He's just disarmed.
Yeah, his arm is there. He's teleported somewhere else.
Good. He deserved it. I had no interest in helping you guys stop him because I think.
All right. Does anybody know like create fire?
Doesn't Laura's character?
Dude, Laura has an 8th level fireball. What's up with that?
She's got a necklace of fireballs. So if she throws every single one of them, she can cast basically fireball at 8th level.
Damn.
Okay. So what we need to do is we got to burn his stump of an arm back. So we got to cauterize his wound, and then we got to get him back conscious, and then we're going to utilize him to.
His
rally.
body's gone. We just have his arm.
Body's gone. All you have is his arm.
Oh.
Well, why don't we use it to sniff him out? Is anybody like really good? Hey, we have cats.
Make an investigation check, somebody. Like, go outside and make an investigation check.
Because like maybe we could send them looking for it. Does anybody have high investigation?
Probably Zane's character would.
I have a +4.
I didn't roll great. I only got a 15.
That's enough to see that about 40 feet outside the back of the guardhouse, you can see a trail of blood.
Oh, geez. I thought this guy was like teleporting like miles and miles.
Oh,
Like,
no, he's just
No.
blinking.
He's just teleporting 60 feet.
Oh my god!
He's teleporting enough to GTFO and then basically carry the guy the rest of the way.
Hey, oh my! He's just literally dragging them. We could have followed the other guy too. Oh my god! Wait, Krandak. Hey, Krandak, go.
All right, let's chase it. Whoop whoop.
Yeah. So, this guy's got a bit of a head start on you,
Get
but
back here, jackass.
you guys follow him all the way back to the shipwright's house and into the shipwright's basement. And down here, where the other crime scenes had been gruesome, these ones are this one is downright disgusting. I'm not going to describe too much, but the amount of blood that is just caked everywhere. You're surprised that 9 people would have had this much blood. And you still hear screams. You hear the screams of the father, and you hear the screams of the detective, and the screams of a woman.
Are they angry screams or are they like pain screams for the
They
woman?
are screams of extreme pain. As you walk through, the first couple of bodies you come across have hundreds of tiny little cuts on them. And it looks as though they've been completely blood dry. They have no blood left in them. The next couple look like they've had little holes poked into their colons until their entire stomach became gangrenous and they died from septic shock. This bone claw was finding the most painful way possible for each person to die.
It did it.
Oh,
Like a passion of his.
he really needs to study healing magic.
Oh, because then you could just keep them alive and keep torturing them?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
really a cycle.
I mean, next step, I'm gonna like homebrew one of these to be a cleric that tried to do immortality, so that it'll have healing magic instead of just, fireball and wish.
That was kind of my last character almost. Anyway, yeah, guys, do we? I think we got to figure out what that woman screaming is. Seems important.
So the woman doesn't look familiar, doesn't look like Esmeralda. She is currently sitting in a metal bowl, and the metal bowl is over a very small fire.
Oh God.
The guard detective, or the detective, is currently having his arm burned over the same flame to keep it from causing him to bleed out. And the father's just sitting in a cage right now. The father's getting special treatment later.
Well,
In here.
What, Jen?
I said I vote we just leave them here. Like, this seems all in order.
But who's the woman?
Are you going to ask her who the woman is?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm down here. I'm innocent.
Detect
there
thoughts.
is no innocence.
Detect what, Zane?
Detect thoughts.
Detect
Guidance.
He's like, I can't believe she fucking found out it was me.
I'm gonna go deeper into. I'm gonna try to go deeper.
She's able to wall you off.
No. Oh, that actually ends the spell. Okay.
Well,
Laura, you've missed a lot. Can somebody fill Laura in on the fun you guys are having?
Oh my god.
You have missed a lot.
Wait. I've never done the summary before.
We'll do it.
Do it, Shabane.
Okay. So I can't remember where we left off. Did we?
We left off when we were investigating the house.
Okay.
Oh,
So
you missed a whole lot.
I did.
So
I did.
in the
Well, that's the
basement-
story when I'm gone for an hour putting a toddler to bed.
So in the basement of the house, and okay, wait. Warning. This is very dark. Not light-wise. So the basement of the house, I'm sure, has lighting. So it was like a BDSM-esque chamber. And like the manacles on the wall were like magic-ified, so no one was allowed to touch them, courtesy of Zane. Was there a box in there that Jen opened that only Jen knows the contents of?
No, it was. I told you guys. It was a bunch of people's underwear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just totally forgot about that.
You blocked it out of your memory.
Yeah. It became less interesting as the story continued. So we this was the blacksmith's house, so we decided to check out the shop of the blacksmith. And then we also, I forgot like the timeline of this actually a little bit. So after that, the chains in the blacksmith's house had the same magic as the manacles. And we also found out about recently one of the, oh wait, how did we do? What was the storyline?
You guys found some paperwork.
Yeah, so we found a ledger of like human trafficking logs. And so a lot of the families that have been involved with this search have been involved in the human trafficking aspects of the town. That's why the detective, when we had asked, had said, soon it'll be innocents who are going to die, right? Because as of now, it was only people who had been involved in that sex trafficking. So someone in that sex trade had, like someone who'd been sold, had recently escaped, and her father was caught, like, letting her be sold. So he had been recently released from prison. We went to his house. We did investigating there, and he was there. But while he was there, this thing, which is what's on the screen, called the Bone Claw, came out of the shadows, grabbed him, and poof, disappeared into thin air. And we found out that a bone claw is kind of like a lich, but instead of it's like when they're trying to become a lich, instead of putting their soul in a phylactery, they mess up and their soul ends up in a person who is so bitter and angry that they become the housing of the soul. So that's what the bone claw is. The bone claw is like the person who's
trapped in bitter misery, so I'm guessing he was probably involved in human trafficking and he's going to kill anybody involved.
Right. So we think that the soul went into the girl, the daughter of the man who just disappeared. Her name's Esmeralda. We went back to the detective to give this info because then our group had a little bit of a debate on whether or not this girl deserves to continue her wrath or not. And so we went back.
What is that noise?
Oh, sorry.
So Zane's character did detect thoughts and found out that the detective had used the services, and he did that because when the detective was describing what Esmeralda looked like, it was pretty up to of a description. And then the bone claw came back, grabbed the detective, and then this time we did.
So the detective he did what of a description? Sorry, you had cut out. I didn't hear that.
Oh,
part.
sorry. So he was nabbed because he used the services of the sex trafficking group.
Okay.
He had a really up-to-date description of Esmeralda, so Zane did detect thoughts, and he was like, shit, I shouldn't have used their services, I'm gonna be next, blah blah blah. So he was next. He was grabbed while we were all there. We tried engaging in a philosophical discussion with the bone claw. It did not work. Bone claw vanished.
Question: How would I have experience with a bone claw?
You have proficiency in history, so it was just something you had read about.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like I recognized it as if like something happened in my past or something. I wasn't sure where you were going with it.
No, it was more of just you had read about it because you were learned.
Okay. I'm learned.
Yep.
One of those books, peoples.
And then it turns out that he's not just transporting to the middle of wherever. He like transports less than 60 feet away
And then walks.
and then walks the rest of the way. So
while
there's
carrying them.
a trail of blood that we followed to a location with the dad who's in a cage, the detective whose arm is being burned, and this like random lady who insists she's innocent. She's being boiled alive or like cooked alive. But then we did detect thoughts again, and she was like, "How did they know?" Blah 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 blah. And then the spell broke, so we don't know what she did. Also, is the bone claw in the room?
Yeah, he's currently holding the detective's arm to the fire to make sure that it cauterizes.
You know, that's exactly what I said we should have done. He is on point.
Gotta figure
You
something
know,
out.
that's a really wise way to cauterize a wound there, Mr. Claw.
Anybody gonna offer to heal the guy just so that he can continue?
Well, you know, I work for Rakdos now, so torturing people is kind of my game.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
I'm still trying to adjust to what's going on here. So it's still killing innocent people to some degree because it killed the wives and the children of the people involved as well.
Right. So our argument was the wives aren't really that innocent because
or
they're
the husbands. Maybe the husband.
Well, how do we know they knew or anything like that? It's like being a wife of a serial killer, like those shows. Sometimes they just never knew.
Yeah.
I mean, they could smell it.
There's also the logic that they might all
But
know.
the children,
We don't know.
innocent.
But also, I personally don't feel comfortable killing her for this kind of, like, she might not even know that she is the phylactery.
Yeah.
And then these aren't, I mean, unless she crosses the line and starts killing people completely uninvolved, you don't know how involved those people are, right? Like, also, we don't have a ledger for who used the services. We only have a ledger of people who bought and sold, and so far she's only killed people on the bought and sold list, except for the detective.
But she's killed their children, and the children were innocent.
Yeah.
That's a huge assumption. Children are never innocent.
Yeah, but I mean, I
don't know. My character would have a problem with. Well, I maybe it's just me projecting.
That's the problem, right? Is that, like, I don't know. I think my character wouldn't feel.
My character wants justice with the people who were doing things like that for sure, but I think anybody innocent, and she has a problem.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we went with it. Shivani and I were kind of the mentality that it's like, do we have the right to kill her when she's...
But my character would be mad about the children because she would view them as innocent.
Well, we don't notice she knows that she's killing anybody.
Yeah.
Be a child dead in the last house.
There were 2 children dead in the last house.
Well, they're Dwarven children, so they're small, so they only really count as one.
Whoa!
What if we, like...
By the way, Laura, if
He was saving them from the same fate she had.
What if we help the Bone Claw, like, find... Like, what if we're, like, make a deal with the Bone Claw? Like, we'll make your life easier by helping you track down...
Is the Bone Claw the girl, or is the Bone Claw
The Bone Claw, the way I understand it, the Bone Claw is like whatever the wizard who decided to put a soul in whatever is, and she is completely separate. She's being treated by the Bone Claw as a lich would treat a phylactery. It's just like where the soul is housed.
So she's not the, like, if we kill him, we're not killing her.
you can't kill him because it's the same as a lich. It's like,
Oh,
I mean, even if you destroy him, he'll come
There's
back.
got to be a way to remove his soul from the phylactery, though.
We can kill her, but
We can kill her, or we can help
Or we
her.
can, okay, yeah. So here's what we arrived at during the philosophical discussion.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if we arrived at it or if I just stated it. I don't know. So I don't think it's our responsibility to make her lose the anger and bitterness. I think it's the people who wronged her's responsibility. To do that, we need to get a list of the people who wronged her, have them confront what they did, and then offer themselves up and hope that's enough to clear the bad magic.
Yeah, I don't disagree. We definitely need to help this town get rid of this
I don't know.
insanity.
John had an interesting idea for how to solve this situation. John, how would you solve this situation?
What was that?
How would your character solve this situation?
Me?
You had an interesting idea about destroying the entire town?
Burn them all. Yeah, that was the gist of it.
I'm on.
We kill everyone. We assume everyone is guilty, and if they aren't, they are traumatized in such a way that there's going to be cascading darkness that emanates from this town because it is a rotten, dirty hellhole, and we should just make it a hellscape as it belongs.
I'm down for it.
or I like it. Don't get me wrong, but we could do the Bone Claw's job for him and bring people to the Bone Claw, and then we can have them try to convince Els to apologize to Esmeralda, and she can decide their fate.
Yeah, that's what
I think it'd be easier to bring her around in a sack and toss the Bone Claw into these people's homes.
Hold on one second, guys. Omar, what's up?
This was supposed to be a mission to get a boat. I've got the boats. What the fuck are we still doing here?
All right,
Like-
you're right. Burn it down. That's the only answer.
I've got the boats, y'all. Like, I'm ready. This was like a 5-minute stop.
Quick mission,
Realize
in and out.
Hey, Mr. Boneclaw,
Yes.
is there something else we should call you, or can we just call you Mr. Boneclaw?
Do you prefer Bone, Mr. Claw?
Also, we've been gendering you this whole time. We've just been assuming you're Mr. Boneclaw.
I have no gender anymore.
Oh, okay. So
I gotta come up with his name because
Say them.
we were we kind of we're kind of busy, and we don't totally disagree with the work you're doing. So we're just wondering, like, would you be okay with like not killing children? We'd rather you don't kill children. That's, I think, the main thing that we're like, yeah, that'd be great if you could just not kill children, and then we don't have to, like, get in the, we don't have to mess with any of your business, because it seems like you're pretty good at what you're doing here, and you don't.
Well, he's not good enough. He needs to practice some healing magic.
Healing
He's really efficient at torture.
I
Oh,
also
you could
think
help with
should
this, yeah.
Transport a little bit farther so no one can follow your trail.
I should kidnap an apothecary.
Yeah.
No, don't kidnap anybody else that isn't involved. You can keep going with the people that are involved. We're totally cool with that. We just want to know, can you just leave the children alone?
The children will grow up to be like their parents.
Plus, are you just gonna leave a town full of children with no adults?
These people all need to die.
No.
There's gonna be some adults. Like,
It's the ethical thing to do at this point.
Can I try to perceive to see, like, can I try to, I don't know what this would be, but I want to
That's
ask
my
you a question.
name. My name is Herbert.
Herbert, can we call you Herb?
I'm gonna call him Herbert
It's
T.
Herbert.
Bone.
T-bone.
Can I see if I can kind of, my question is when will his work be done, and like how much more killing is going to happen before he's complete? Like, is this going to keep going and then he's going to find other people to kill for some other reason?
Question.
I wouldn't come out and say that directly, but I can't think of the right wording right now.
I will kill until Esmeralda is done.
Oh.
So he wants to kill everybody that she's upset with.
Or just as long as she's upset.
And what, Tony? I can't hear you.
She's angry at the world.
Oh, the whole world.
The whole world will burn.
Okay. Yeah, see, that answers a question.
Herb, can we meet up to have a little side conversation? Our group and us. We need to talk about something.
Very well.
Okay,
I'm
guys.
gonna end it at
This.
Can I just say, like, I'm prepared to grab a fireball off of my necklace.
Nah.
I'm not actually gonna look like I'm grabbing it. I just want to be like prepped and ready.
I mean, chances are the poor lady that is currently getting slow cooked will not be happy about seeing more fire, but everyone else is probably okay with it.
I don't care. Like, if we
I don't
think-
know. The guy that's armed just
At
got
this point,
cauterized,
it's like
so
the world or this lady who's probably not innocent.
Yeah, like the whole town. We burn the whole town. Problem solved.
Thank you.
No, but the problem is
Well, I think-
Esmeralda. Like,
Yeah.
is it's unless that makes her not angry anymore. Like, this guy's just gonna keep. Or sorry,
Well,
this.
you need to get rid
It
of
relieves her of her pain if we kill her and put her out of her sad, pathetic
Yeah,
misery.
we need to take care of Esmeralda in some way. We need to find her. We need to do something.
I think the
we have to talk to Esmeralda and convince her that she only needs to kill the people in the town, and then that's it.
Okay,
Right?
here's my plan. Hear me out.
And then she becomes Lord of the Flies.
Well,
All the children that are left.
Esmeralda to not kill the children, but continue to kill sex trafficking members, because I want to include everyone. But not.
It's akin to a lich, though, so it's just going to keep escalating.
Right, but why can't she just?
You
do
assume
that
she has
to
control over
Everyone
this.
who's ever been trapped. Like, why does it have to stop with the town? Why can't she do that but not kill innocent?
Because it's not going to stop with the town. It's going to go to more people who she thinks deserves to die, and it's going to involve.
She has unrequited rage. These are effectively crimes of passion. She's just angry, and unless you can like go get her a nice weighted blanket that helps her sleep at night or something, we just have to kill her.
I like your
Those
two
are
options.
those are the
Buy her
black and
blanket.
white options.
He literally said the world will burn, which means
Like-
she doesn't have any qualms with having everybody die because she's mad at everybody.
Well, then let's take a vote. Because we've been debating about this for the last hour. So we just have to make, like, if this.
I've only been at this for like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, well, that's fair. Well, okay, so
You'll come to the obvious conclusion.
hypothetically, morally, we agree that Esmeralda is not in the wrong. The problem is that she's not able to control her rage well enough. So we find her, either way we find her, and we talk to her, and if talking doesn't work, we end up killing her.
I'm down.
Yeah.
All right.
Does somebody want to keep Herb on the line here so that we can all go take care of that?
I thought you guys wanted to talk to him.
Oh, I can talk to Herb.
I thought you laws. Like,
Okay,
if you're
you
gonna
guys
kill-
go do the philosophical debate, and Herb and I will discuss torturing techniques.
Okay, if
We're
we're
going
gonna
to know if he has any good ideas for decapitation, because I feel like it's inefficient.
there's a bone there making it hard.
Yeah, I know.
You
But
should
he's
go
a
for the
bone
colon.
claw. He knows bones better than anyone.
You should go for the colon. It causes them to die painfully.
I hear that if you
Ah.
grab the sphincter just right and you spin it,
You know, but seriously, Herb, like the blood and gore you do from killing somebody aggressively shows your intent to everybody else around you. So the slow death is good, but you gotta drive the fear in the people around you as well. It's important.
People aren't afraid of dying slow. Then they don't know what to be afraid of.
Fair point.
Snakes.
But it gives you an advantage in a fight.
I gotta get up at 4 a.m. So I
Yeah,
should
I think we should call it tonight, guys.
So we're ending on the